Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, episode 315.5, The Wormhole. We got Chad Westport, Tommy Trichomes, and Jack Greenstock loading into the hole already. How you guys doing? Thank you guys. Well,
Awesome, man. Good to see you guys.
nice to see you, Mr. Westport.
Oh yeah, we got the crew up in here.
I love that you got like a Sonics looking hat on too, Tommy Trichomes. That's my hometown.
See that? Seattle Chronic, baby.
Boom.
They're a badass breeder.
Yeah, if you don't know about him, get on him, man. He's cool people. And
watch their episode of this show.
trying to chill in the grow room, stay a little warm. It's freezing over here, bro.
I just left the grow room.
Chad thing fucking freaks me out, man. I don't. One minute that shit works, and the next minute it don't. You have to start it.
Yeah, I was the first one in chat, and I couldn't send a message, so I just closed the chat for like 20 minutes, and I hopped on. I was like, "Oh shit, chat's working again now."
Yeah, I have to start it. If it doesn't work, I give it like I watch people load in, and once it gets up to like 5 or so, and I know somebody hasn't necessarily put something in chat, I know I have to start it. I don't know what it is. You just have to say hello or welcome, and then after that, it works just fine. And like tonight though, on like this episode, I didn't have to write hello. Chat's working just fine. But for the first episode, I had to start it. Kind of weird.
It is weird.
I have
Mr. Bingus.
Great episode, man.
Sorry, Jay.
Great
No,
guy.
cheers, Bingus.
Very, very knowledgeable. I like listening to his story, especially on how he did it. I like how you start people off with how give us the story. Man, he had a great story, and he was a very good storyteller. Guy's highly intelligent. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Eagle. I just wanted to make sure I came on and said that. Hello, everybody. Tommy, Jack, Chad.
Yes, man, brother, everybody. I'm glad to come back on for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's been a little while.
Good to see you.
You know what I'm saying? I've been rolling with the punches. Duke's out.
It's good to see you all. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say good show too, man. Yeah, man, it's cool. I could relate to a lot of the stuff he was saying. And being through it and going through it like back in the day and stuff like that, it does. I don't know. It does something to you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking shit or anything about if you're new to the game, but I'm saying like being back there when it was all like whatever you want to call it, free market or whatever you want.
It's crazy how many people you've crossed paths with. Like I've always been, we're from the same area. We probably know a lot of the same people, me and him, of just like the snowboard industry and stuff, and how many people we've actually been around. And you may have like smoked that fire bowl with somebody, but you guys never actually had that conversation of where it came from. And then years later, it's like you do have these conversations and you're like, oh, well, that all makes sense now. So I love hearing those stories.
Has anyone noticed the common theme of people that love to like skateboard, snowboard, and like grow dope? You know what I mean? It's like everyone's on the same career path. You know what I mean?
Dude, like
that's partially
my three professions in life. Like I started out like as a pro skater, and I moved into music, and always had weed right there the entire time. But I'm too old to skateboard anymore, and my ears are almost shot. So I'm sticking with the weed these days.
Right.
You guys have nice skateboards. Back when I skateboarded, it was like riding a 2x4. But I still did it.
Roller skates and a 2x4, huh?
Pretty much. I mean, compared to the boards that are available now. But I had a lot of fun on skateboards going down hills as fast as you could. I mean, I've I got scars. There's more meat on the pavement for me, I
Right.
think, than anybody else. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And smoked a lot of weed.
Road rash is a real thing, man. Speed wobble when you're going too fast. There's nothing but try to hold on.
No, man, it's over. You know when it's going to happen too. It's like, oh fuck.
Wobble.
But fuck it, I know how to roll. Now they have elbow pads and shit. We didn't have that either.
No.
No, we don't use them. Come on, bro. You get made fun of.
You look like a rollerblader. Oh, I'm sorry, rollerbladers. No, I'm not.
Hey, wait. I never use my pads when I rollerblade either. I guess maybe that's you just come from that generation because I rollerblade too, and I don't do the helmet or the fucking elbow pads or knee pads. I'm right there. I'll just take the bruise or the scrape or whatever. But yeah, I'm right there. It's to these days. To this day, I see the kids, and I know it's probably for the best, but I see the helmets and shit, and I go, "Oh man, oh man." I know it's probably for the best.
I should have probably, saved a lot of pain. But yeah,
You learn with pain.
true.
You learn with pain, though.
That's my old man would tell me. Yeah.
That's how I pulled off so many tricks. Is like I am too scared to fall, too scared to bail. Like you got to commit and you got to stick it. There's no other choice. It's like bodily injury or stick it.
Right. No, it was crazy. You look back when I used to skate, man. I couldn't take one bail like nowadays, and you know what I mean. Be walking the next day. I used to just bam, bam, try. You know what I mean. I'm like six, 8 stairs, trying to do tricks. You know what I mean, like.
When you're a kid, you heal quick, man. That's the thing you were talking about earlier. A bunch of these people that do extreme sports, whether it's skating, snowboarding, or even going into like combat sports and contact sports like football, where people have a lot of injuries, we're hurt, we're beat the fuck up. We're all probably a little macho and competitive because like we're I don't know, male, don't want to admit that we're feeling pain and shit, and don't want to like go see doctors a lot of the time. So we self-medicate, and cannabis is extremely safe. We're not going to overdose on it like the opioids that are often pushed towards us to make us feel like shit, lower our energy and libido and so many other things in life. So I just think the commonality is we can still feel good, drop down some of that pain, and also it's part of a lot of the culture, like the music, clothing, just like everything, man. It all ties in. I never skated, but I knew I could go to a skate park and find some good herb.
With the team sport, if you're the one getting high, even if this is a recreational or like bar league softball, if you're the one getting way too high before the game, like everyone's like, dude, just chill out on the weed. You know what I mean? And then not saying it's happened to me, but I'm saying like I've said it to people. So look, okay, but when you're rolling solo, like golf, I used to play a lot of golf. I don't really play anymore, but golf. I used to skateboard a lot. Then I golfed when I had like business friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird how it progresses. You know what I'm saying? But I was a skateboarder and I played baseball. You know what I mean? So I was like doing both, but like I looked more like a skateboarder and act. You know what I mean? I was more like a rebel. Team sports. I mean, it's cool, but.
My freshman year,
a lot of business done on the golf course and playing poker. Go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
No, I totally agree with you. I learned how to play golf primarily for that reason, and now I never do business on the golf course. But if I ever need to play, I'm serviceable. But
it's kind of hard to
Tommy,
do
what were you just saying? I had a thought and I scrolled hard. Tommy, you were saying, oh, you looked like more like a skater than a baseball player. My freshman year of college, my roommate, we got randomly assigned. I moved from Ohio out to California, so this was like a big fucking move, and I didn't know any of my roommates. So I met the first two who lived in the other dorm. These were more like an apartment style at the school. It was a small school, so they had a little bit more space or whatever. And you overpay the fucking lot to pay it to stay at any of these dorms or whatever. But my roommate looked like a stoner to me. Like from where I was from, I was like, oh, that dude smokes weed. And like sure enough, like after my parents like dropped me off and checked out, I was like, you smoke weed? And he's like, yeah. So we instantly just like hit it off. And I think he was kind of surprised because I was like on the track team and more of like a jock. So he didn't expect me to be big into cannabis. So it's interesting that Tommy said he looked more like a skater. And that was kind of like probably a giveaway for a lot of people that knew that you just even if you didn't smoke, they'd lump you in with the smokers and be like, oh, he probably smokes weed.
Well, that's when I actually I was like probably 8 or 10, maybe 10 years old, going to baseball practice, you know what I mean, with my dad. And my dad used to ride a Harley up to the game and shit. So it's not like we were like minivan kind of, you know what I mean? Like my dad has a beard, long hair and all that. We'd ride up to the thing and I'm like, man, like I like seen these kids, you know what I mean? They were like the outlaw kids. I'm like, oh, this is cool as hell. Like, you know what I mean? I think I want a skateboard. My dad's like, what? Like, like get out here and go stretch with your team. But my dad even reminded me about that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, remember when I remember when you started skateboarding? It was right, you seen these kids with like mohawks, that classic punk rock kind of look. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was all into it. So cheers to that, man. Hey, whatever. Each his own, but yeah, skateboarding. It's way different. You know what I mean? Than like playing the team sport. Like you're skateboarding. When I was skateboarding, we were like 15. Smoking cigarettes, drinking beers, all this crazy shit. It was like,
how fucked up are your wrists and ankles, though? Everybody I know who skates fucked up their wrists
knees
and their
mainly. Look,
knees.
Even when I quit, I mean, I didn't like quit completely, but when I stopped, it's basically when I got a driver's license. You know what I mean? So, and I was doing, I mean, we're talking like, the most stairs I ever did, I think it was like 11, maybe 10, 11 stairs. Like,
you're a madman. That shit's crazy as fuck. You're saying only 11.
Just ollie, and then there was.
I don't give a fuck. That's scary as shit. Going down to 10 set.
Yeah, I used to be able to like backside 180 or, maybe kickflip like a 5 or 6 stair. You know what I mean? Or double sets. Used to go to indoor skate parks in Northeast Ohio. There, shout out to Changa World. I don't know if that shit's still open in North Ridgeville, but that was the spot. It was like owned by like some BMX guys. That was the spot. Anyway, what's up with the weed growing, guys? Is anyone growing weed anymore? I got something to show Jack. Some of that velvet.
Hell yeah! I just made F3s, or I'm in the process. The male started dropping pollen, so I'm shaking them over all the ladies. The sangria got swallowed, man. Fucking 2 velvet punches dominated the whole entire tent. So there's like 2 colas of sangria that I have to pull the velvet punches to the side to let the sangria grow straight up in the middle.
How long do you keep your male in there, Jack?
I keep my male actually in a separate space, and I just bring him in when it's time to do business.
Okay.
This one is sensitive. This is the crinkly one. It's kind of straightening out, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's got a little bit of that sawtooth that the American one has. That's going to be super purple and dank if it's a female. You flower it all the way out.
Yeah. So all my seedlings that I started, a bunch of badass seedlings. A bunch of them got stalled out. I blasted them with light. I started them slow, and then.
That's the one mistake I'd always make in the opposite direction. I always give my seedlings too little light, let them stretch a little bit, and then just backfill them, and then slowly fucking dial it up. Because I burnt them one time, and it pissed me off so much that I'm like, I'm just going to underdo it, and then gradually build up. The light meter is nice, even the fucking cheap ones on your phone, like the app or whatever. Give you an idea. There's conversions.
They're all coming back now.
They're looking good, man.
Yeah,
healthy, everybody's praying.
But they had a rough. See, you can see them recovering.
Yeah.
Bunch of the. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses.
It could be way worse. Foliar them, bro, and they'll be chilling.
Right. See if I can.
They're looking good, Tommy.
Thank you. Sorry. Answer.
Oh man, I wish you guys could smell the male that I'm breeding with this round. My F2 Velvet Punch male, when he was a month into veg, it was the best smelling plant I've ever grown. It's just so fucking loud. Like I'd walk past the veg chamber and I was like, is there an open jar of weed out here? Like what the fuck? It just smelled like good ass weed. I couldn't figure fuck out what it was. He was sitting right in front of the tent or right in front of the fan in this chamber, and I pulled out all the other plants, set them all one by one. I was making my selections, and he just stunk like fucking kind of. I want to give like I'm always get mad at people that can't give a description to the smell, because I'm a person who like loves the smells and shit. But he just smelled like good herb like already, but it was in veg, and I don't know, I'm excited as fuck to work with him. He's got some purple stripes on his pollen sacs. All the Velvet Punch has been purple. There's purple punch in the Eagle had some really killer bud shots. I don't know if anybody saw those. I saved them in my F2 save story. But everybody who's grown them out has found some fire shit. Eagle's the one person who had some unfortunate side effects so far. So I got to warn everybody about the Hermes.
Still picking out them fucking seeds.
Eagle, what'd you do? You freaked them out, dude? Nah, it's all good. That's what testing's for.
Yep. Hey man, if you breed with OGs and chems and cookies, which Velvet Punch has all three of those in the lineage, I sent a paper to everybody with the whole lineage, and I said these are testers. I gave them all out for free. I gave most people papers at the beginning before my printer fucking broke on me. So Eagle has the paper. I'm sure you could pull it up somewhere. But it was a long, full page, typed out, gave the description of every one of the females I used and the male that I used, all the full lineage down to the fucking grandparents. And I said, these are testers, and know that going in. Like, they're not tried. Right. They're not tested to be stable. So that was, I hate to say it, a little bit to be expected, especially with the situation that happened that harmed other plants that have been released from MedGrower, MG1 Seed Co. He was growing some of it. Was it Smash Cake or something else in that tent? That I don't even think it was Eagle that was growing the plants, really. He was like away for a few days, and he had a plant sitter who didn't close any of the tents. And they just got light leaked. Look at his room, like all those lights right next to it. Of course, it's gonna fucking harm. I'm sorry. Like it literally harmed every single plant in the entire room.
Right.
No, right. It didn't harm the Monte Delight, and it didn't harm a couple other plants in the.
Is this better like this?
There. But yeah, it got left open a couple extra hours a day there.
Yeah.
Basically, me and the significant other, they're going through some outs, and she was the one closing up some tents for me, and she decided that fuck you, I ain't doing that job no more. And I was waking up a few hours later in the day, so it's getting a couple extra hours in that tent per day, and yeah, kind of swayed things a little bit. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hopefully the F3s will be more stable. We'll see. I don't really expect that though. I would say if you're going to grow out the Velvet Punch, because I'm going to be making more of them and I'm going to be sending out more of them, don't have light leaks in your room. It's that simple. There's OG, there's chem, and there's cookies in there. It's fire ass shit if you know what you're doing. Right. And not that Eagle doesn't know what he's doing. I'm just saying, like for the people that have light leaks, if you think there's any chance of a light leak, you could fuck your entire room. Like way worse. He's got a bunch of seeds already. And it can get really, really bad if you're not paying attention.
What? It's that sensitive, you think? It's that sensitive? Or just
I wouldn't risk it, man. I don't fuck around with that shit. I darken my room 100%. My tent closes. It's not that difficult.
Yeah, but if you're a tester.
Yeah, no, I know. But I'm just saying, like, I wrote them, in the description, I write, grow them how you'd want to grow them normally. And I understand that some people, how they grow them normally is going to bring out stress. So that's why I'm warning people. If you do stress them out, I would say either by high EC, like if you're feeding salts. Eagle doesn't use a meter, so I can't ask him what his EC is, but that could be part of the potential.
Strength.
What?
You run around 800 ppm.
800 ppm on what scale? The 500 scale, the 700 scale, or the 900 scale? Because all of it is just an EC conversion. I know, but so ppm, your meter converts EC to ppm. There's 3 different ppm scales.
So if you're lucky, you get an anner or two.
No, no, no.
There is a
Companies
big
rock
difference.
Yeah, it happens.
Crunchy stick. Don't get stuck with the stick. Did you say you run about 800? I mean, I've had stuff
Yeah.
firm out from flowering it. The two scoops I grow. It firms out. A lot of it, you push it. It's like a real light leaf. The leaves basically stay.
Well,
Do you measure in ppms,
actually, the
Tommy?
800's half strength. Half strength of what the company suggests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
What it
understand.
is.
It's
Well,
usually
I'm
what I
thinking
get.
harder than that. I mean,
The thing is, half strength every time it can build up and build up and build up if you never give just water. So like if you're not measuring your runoff, you don't really know where it's at. But you have big pots and you water once a day, so your EC is probably not super high. But I'm just saying, everybody who's grown it organically, nobody has had a single herm. I've had at least 7 growers, not including myself, grow it out, 0 herms. Eagle is the only one who had herms, and he had multiple. So Tommy, you're growing with salts as well, and you have multiple lights as well. So I'm just saying, I would look out for it.
No, these plants are these are organic. This is so I do all my testers organically just because I got to smoke every drop. You know what I mean? Basically,
Mhm.
test. So
And
I just grow.
I'm happy it came up, to be honest, because there are a ton of people that feed with salts and have light leaks in their grow. And I think that those are the 2 most likely things, but it could have been just purely genetics. It could have been just that seed was destined from the day I sent it to him to be a hermit. You know what I mean? It could have nothing to do with the light leak. So that's possible too. OG Kush came from the herm. It's used in that cross. Chem, I believe it's 4 is in it, as well as Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. All of those come from backseed, every single one of them. And I'm not going to
Speaking
say
of-
that they're not
That
in there.
goes with the strain, the smash cake. That's got the Gorilla Glue in it. Gorilla Glue is a herb in itself. So
Yep.
you're right. If there's herb in the line, it will find it.
Well,
Like
I mean,
begets like, you know.
all right. No, I'm done with it. Uh, 2 scoops. It's good. Herbs are real good. But if you get them, it's like, oh my god, it's nerve wracking, especially in a perpetual. You know what I mean? Which is what I run. Oh my god, you know.
So
Like
what are you
you
gonna
see
do?
one, I don't even think they've ever popped open. I've never had it where it's been detrimental, like any seeds at all, actually. But there's definitely nanners that come out, and when I see them, I get all paranoid, and I'll go around and pick every one of them. It takes forever. to do it.
Dude, I thought his was a male when I saw the picture of it. It was so pollen sacked out, the one plant. The
The top
later
of half
stage
of the
one.
bud was a bud, though. The bottom half showed hermy parts. The top half of that was straight bud. It was all pistils. I mean, again, it was just the one shot, but
It's been my experience that if
it was obvious.
clone male flowers, like what Jack's saying, he thought it was a male, that's genetic. If you get nanners, it could be a variety of. The main reason that I think a lot of people overlook is that you have an optimal environment and the plant is just producing a lot of hormones and it's just kind of wants to procreate because it's feeling so good. I don't necessarily view it as a bad thing. Everybody, I mean, those nanners, that pollen is gold in my opinion. So
That's how Brandon Russ made the Limarilla. Was he would push stuff really late and use those late stage nanners to breed with.
yeah,
No, these are not late. This is like, I mean, if these pop, this
I
is
think
like
that those are different than like the early ones. Like I agree with what Bingus was just saying. Like when they look like a male, like I think that's a full blown Hermie. Where like if you get a little nanner, I think that could be more stress related. And like the late nanners, I think are almost every strain will do that. If you run a strain 20 weeks and it's a 9-weeker, you know, like eventually it's gonna give. Like there's got to be a point for every single, like unless you're running like a super long haze, you're not going to go 20 weeks with stuff.
that's the natural way it propagates in the wild. I mean, there's no
let it
male.
go super long. Yeah, it'll almost everything will do it. I mean, not almost everything, but a lot of stuff will do it at the end. Yeah, if you push them way too long. And if you notice, they'll start, I've pushed
I
stuff.
think Eagles was early though, right? Eagle, that was earlier in flower. You had yours like or mid-ish, like at
3
least.
weeks
Yeah.
and 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, somewhere there. But
Yeah.
then again, it showed again in late when I was trimming it. It showed fresh nanners late too.
Yeah, I saw
I
those.
actually think it seeded itself. Yeah.
It had like that yellowy, almost like
It was just
pre-nanner. Yeah. Yep.
No.
Yep.
Anything like that. That's like, oh, let's go.
I sent
that's
out
okay.
700 seeds, so I mean, we'll see how many other people have the same issues.
Yeah, I'm budding mine. I'm not backing out. Come on, man.
The American one's got him going right now, and he hasn't flowered them all the way.
Speed it all up. I'm just playing with.
The
Spartan
flower
Grunt's got
itself was
3
good.
phenos
What I
going.
smoked of it was good. I'll give you that. I mean, I'm smoking it now. I'm just picking seeds out of it.
I've only ever smoked it
That's
seeded,
all.
bro. I've always smoked it seeded myself, and it was always good. So I'm fucking, maybe that's why it's so good, like we talked about. Because I made the F2s from my F1s, which I seeded the whole crop. That was actually, to be perfectly honest, unintentional. I was trying to do my breeding project in a chamber, and then male just fucking went bananas, and not actual bananas. He threw his pollen far and wide, and it got sucked into my intake in my flower tent, which turned 3 Sensi Velvet Punch F1s into fully pollinated. So I got 1,000 seeds, and that's why I sent out 700. And,
So with
So that's what we're
the
doing.
TK, what is that? The TK NL5 times the Lime BX, was that a nanner cross?
every single thing Brandon's ever made until very recently, he doesn't use males.
So
he may have started. He started using males very recently. He started using males recently.
I dropped some of them. I
Yeah.
dropped some of them in the last pop. And out of 5, 2 died. And what I have left is like
One zip in my pants.
everything else you see there. And these are all Tiger King. There's one good. Here's one. I think this is a NL number 5. This is one that survived. This is one that this will be the 3rd that fizzled, and again, all these seeds were dropped at the same time. So, you can call it whatever we want, but you see the vigor and everything else. So yeah, it's those 2 are all I have left out of the 5. Well,
I always feel bad. Cool stuff always gets outgrown by my buddy Doja DNA's stuff. I love both of them as breeders. They're totally different. One's like all into the fuel, and one's all into the fruit.
Those were all germinated at the same time. Every plant you've seen behind me were all germinated at the same time. Live on air, actually.
How did the Velvet Punch grow in veg for you?
It did good. It was pretty nice and vigorous. It was nice and vigorous.
Because it's like when I grow it alongside a bunch of other stuff, it seems to be one of as vigorous or more vigorous than the other stuff it's growing next to, which I like. I like to have a fast veg and a good stretch. I don't want a slow Mac 1 or a Grape Ape that just doesn't stretch at all and it veg is really slow. I'd rather have something that hops to it.
No, it did good. It was pretty vigorous. Stretch, I would say probably 2 times in flower. So twice
what I
the
expect.
size in flower.
I think I might have wrote that in the note.
Linky in between nodes. It wasn't really tight bud spacing. It was like 4 inches apart, something like that, at least in my environment. I swear, like fucking 10 lighters here earlier today, and now I can't find one.
The nice thing about a vaporizer is you always just no lighters anymore.
So I'm curious what you're going to do with those seeds, Eagle, because we know, the OG and the chem came from some some bag seeds? You gonna try popping them and watching them, or just work through
I
your
actually was gonna pop a couple of them because obviously they will become seeds, and then just for funsies, I plan to throw them in the dirt. A couple of them. Shit,
Yeah.
I bet about 50 or so easy right now. This is all from the one I harvested too. This is why I was like, man, this is why seeds are made right here, because I mean, that's there's got to be just in a. I mean, I've still got some few zips to go through yet. So I mean, I can see some seeds coming out of that thing.
I pull a couple more.
That's another thing. Damn it, that's another thing I wanted to ask Patrick while he was on here was how he went through and collected his seeds. You know what I mean? How do you gently go through and seed them buds, the flowers? 'Cause even if you're doing it by hand, you wouldn't like say this shit's nice and frosty. I ain't taking nothing away from it. It's a nice flower.
You've never made
Just
seeds?
popping out a bean or two out of it. But as I'm going through and squishing it up, you know what I mean? I gently cut, and then when I feel a little bit of resistance, I stop and kind of flick it. And then I go back through and then I'll pinch. I just go through and pinch. But when I'm done with a joint, man, my fingers are fucking black because I'm done pinched every fucking piece of weed on the fucking tray and shit.
You're just
So I was
smashing it
curious
up.
to know how they do it on a larger scale. How do they have somebody in there just kind of crunching up buds, or what was the deal when we were actually doing it on a larger scale?
Mr. Soul uses a paint mixer, or did for a while. He put it in a bucket and literally spins it with a paint mixer, and then he would separate the wheat from the chaff.
Mash it all up. Yeah. As long as you're not cutting the seeds. Like you can't use like a coffee grinder, but you can basically get like a big screen, and then you sift it down into the shake. You've never seen any of these videos where it's like
A glass like square and it like a vacuum. They pour it
use
through
like
there.
what is it, like a vacuum? You can use like a vacuum on, I think it's maybe reverse. I've never done it because when I make seeds, I can do them by hand. I just make like little batches for myself. But like seed sorters and all that, where it's just like air blowing, and then the seeds are heavy and they fall, and the shake falls into another bin. You know what I mean? It's just air blowing. The seeds are heavier and boom,
Yeah, they
like
make
that.
this little thing with like triangles, and it like the seeds fall down through that, and
Yeah.
all the leaf gets
Yeah,
sucked
that
up
as well.
and dropped
Yeah.
into a different
Well, then
area.
they all,
You can
obviously
even do it with a tote. My
counters,
buddy, he just has a tote, literally like a fucking Home Depot tote, and he holds his shop vac up just high enough so that it sucks up the trim and leaf material, but it doesn't suck up the seeds. Like it yanks the material up and it like flies out, so it doesn't even get sucked into the shop vac. It's just enough force to pull that material out. You can even just put it on a piece of paper, a little paper plate, and blow it gently, or have like a fan.
Seeds is saying
When I
tumbler.
I worked
makes
at
good sense. Go ahead, Vegas. Please.
I was going to say, when I worked at the hemp farm, it was basically hemp seed. That's what they grew for. And they had a huge seed sorter. And you would drop the bush in there and it would grind the bush and it would sort all the seeds out. On a commercial level, it's really amazing to watch that. And it goes into a 5-gallon bucket. And these buckets are
right. Well, see, was
brand
it
new.
air? It was air.
It was a huge air suction type device.
Right.
It was a large version, I think, of what you were talking about, Tommy, with the zigzag.
Like a Plinko thing.
Yeah. But it was out of metal, all right? And it had openings where you could clean it and shit. Hell, it was just buckets.
And different size screens, probably, right? That need to clean or something.
They would
scale?
have a sorting machine that was would look at the seeds and automatically tell by the color which ones to get rid of and which ones to keep. It was crazy. So I mean, by the end, you'd have all the best seeds in one area, and we're talking buckets and buckets. I mean, people, and that's an industry, my friends, where they would come in and buy a bucket of seeds and give you hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean,
Right.
you know, some guys would bring in suitcases with fucking cash and shit. I'm not kidding you. I'm just like, wow. You know, it kind of, you know, other times, usually it was bank transfers, you know, but millions of dollars being made seeds, bulk seed. Okay. But here's the problem with that I ran into. If you don't, with seeds, as you guys know, I mean, you don't really know. We're hoping, we're gambling actually, that the product, you know, the plant's going to be a keeper, right? I mean, that's why we're doing this. And, but in that industry, people are planting acres of hemp, right? So there's, Jack, where if somebody gets a hermaphrodite, the seed company gets fucking sued, all right, for millions. So it's very touchy.
Yeah, if it's boutique hemp. I mean, if not, if it's raw material. That's what probably happens all the time because they're spreading it. They look. There's people that are putting fields of, both. You know what I mean? So depending where you're at, you know what I mean. That's the only thing I would say about that. Oh,
They would, but see, these were supposed to be feminized hemp seeds. Okay,
I
that's
understand.
a dangerous area when you're selling bulk.
Well,
You
if,
know what I
if
mean?
you're
You
in a
only have
spot where there's
3%.
100 people growing hemp,
Well, if you have 3% go wrong, and you're selling to somebody that has just eight, I mean, it's big time
pollen
agriculture.
travels like 4 miles or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, and that's
The
the other.
good thing
So
is all that shit is getting grown for extraction. Nobody's fucking smoking that hemp, so who gives a fuck if it's seeded? It's all garbage anyway. It's gonna get thrown into gas station CBD.
The
Fucking throw it in the
next door
toilet where it
neighbor, the
belongs.
next door
It's
neighbor
crazy
that
driving by it. It's crazy as hell. I drove by some last year, like in the fall, whatever.
there's a lot of lawsuits. There's a lot of lawsuits that happen. That's why I didn't stick with the company, to be honest, because it was just, it's dangerous. You're doing something really.
Listen,
It was
well,
the
it
shade.
is dangerous. I was
Dealers, or sort of the early hemp seed dealers, they hadn't really worked out what cultivars work out there. And when you're talking about on such a bulk scale, if you have 1 in 10,000 that goes Hermy, that's a really good rate, right? But if you have a field of 100,000, 10 plants, that Hermy is not gonna.
Let's talk about we'll get thrown in jail. What about a plant that'll test hot when you're growing hemp and it'll get your ass
yeah,
thrown in jail
yeah,
because you're growing weed now?
that's
And Oregon hemp is not going to be hemp if it's grown in Florida because you get different sun in Florida. That's going to make it test hot. So
Hey, so Jack, very good point. Why I left there, I became actually a consultant with hemp farms in Oregon, in Southern Oregon, and we would design indoor RDWC hemp farms, all right, where they were done on clones and you knew exactly what you were getting. So there wouldn't be the liability is what I'm talking about. It's huge.
it's a huge liability.
Yeah. Anyway,
Especially they're actually raising the percentage finally on THC up to like 1 or something soon.
it's going to be nationally legal eventually. I just can't wait.
Sorry, Eagle, we keep cutting you off. Jump in.
Sorry, man.
well, you jumped in and kind of talked at one point. I already was going to say there about things going hot there, and that was kind of my curiosity when Pat talked about it earlier today. Him breeding the hemp, I can't help but wonder. It has to be a fem seed, basically, in my mind, because if it were just a regular photo, it seemed like there'd be too much room for drift. Every time that it's made, you're flipping the possibility for a couple of hot ones to be out there, just enough to maybe even be your sample when when things are taken. And then the aspect, like you say, though, the Herms is like a secondary issue in my book, but it is a possibility. And when seeds being produced, we've talked about that a little bit lately. It could be a thing when that plant is pollinated that is producing some type of THC. It could be enough just to push you over. Same thing. We don't understand necessarily the whole process of it quite yet, of what chemical changes are being done when it's the flower during seeding. So,
listen.
yeah,
I've
in
had
my opinion, it has to be to be on a large scale farming. Sorry, guys, go ahead.
no. I'm sorry.
I see.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I get passionate. No, I'm just listen. So, has anyone? Does anyone know outdoor? Just a personal grow, like someone growing their own personal medicine, where they are doing everything fine and they got seeds because they're there's all kinds of other people,
I
or there's
grew a strain
mass hemp
called
fields right
Blue
down the road and
Majestic.
shit.
I grew a strain called Blue Majestic. That fucking thing always produced one seed on the termicola every time.
That's
And I
magic.
never could figure it out.
That's called magic. No, I'm
No, it's
talking
called
about.
apomixis, Eagle. That's called apomixis. It's a self-seeding and it's a clone, and it
Talking about
happens. Sorry, Tommy, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. You go ahead, Jack. You're about to make a good
It happens. I've ran into it a couple times, and just in less than a year in Oregon, lawsuits everywhere.
It's not from pollination though. I bet you, Eagle. I'll tell you this before you even answer. It was probably a real dark fucking seed, right? Almost black, like a real dark seed.
Yeah. And it did it
Yeah.
every time. It did it every time. It was always one right underneath the terminal there, the top bug. It was always one. I've still got a jar of them. It never like hermied. It was always that one single one. And I always kept that bitch. I knew it was going to be a female.
I'll spell it so that people can find it later when they watch the show back. Apomixis, A-pop, like A-P-O-P, mix, M-I-X-I-S. Apomixis. It's a process of many, many plants that do this. They create a seed with no pollination at all. It's asexual reproduction. And there's some theorize that that's like one of the fastest ways to breed because it produces such a genetically identical clone almost to the parent. It's like what people would think an S1 is. Like when you self a plant, you pollinate basically a clone of itself with one that you reversed of itself. People think that it's going to create an identical clone to that plant. Usually there's a variation of both parents in it, but those apomixis seeds grow basically exactly like the mother that they came from. And there are people that, like Kyle from Predicative Breeding, he actually figured it out how to make it happen from a hemp breeder. I don't know, he's like really weird about the process and he won't actually reveal it, but he started being able to trigger it in plants over and over and over, like getting female plants with no males around to just start seeding themselves without ever being reversed or anything. They'd get like 1 or 2 seeds just growing in like certain spots. But it's really bizarre and interesting process. And I'm not sure how to trigger it.
I wonder if it has anything to do with ethylene or gas.
The one thing he said was, I believe that he mentioned had to do something with not like the harvest moons, but like maybe like not the time changes, the equinox has to do with the equinox in nature. It was happening in hemp fields, and he said they found it from a hemp farmer, and it was in like the hemp literature. And at a certain place during the equinox, hemp would do this for whatever reason. And I don't know if that is actually true or if he was just sending me down a fucking rabbit hole with no end there. But I've definitely seen him starting to do it, and I do believe Colin from Ethos Genetics, going back to what Binga said earlier about like sometimes a really healthy plant just wants to fucking be fertile and breed. He said he'd have what he calls his alpha female or alpha fem process, where he wouldn't use any reversal products other than gibberellic acid and CO2. He said with the right CO2, heat, light levels, and a little bit of gibberellic acid, where you get this plant growing super vigorously, all female room. He said like a bunch of times over and over, he's been able to reproduce this. He'd have one female that would grow up above the rest of them, and the bottom branch would throw off one cola, almost like a dick, fucking one cola that was all male pollen, just male pollen sack the shit out of, just that one, like the lower branch. And I see Girl Scout cookies do this. If you don't trim the forum cut Girl Scout cookies, my buddy who's almost 70, who's been growing for 40 years, he didn't clean up the skirt one time, and I have some seeds from his stuff because it threw pollen and it hit a bunch of his other clones that I really like, so I kept them. But the alpha fem process, Ethos claims that he can reliably get his females that are really healthy to make fem seed that way. I don't really grow Ethos gear, I never have, but a lot of people really seem to like it. And if you watch his stuff on YouTube, he has some interesting points. I don't know if any of it's true or if it's just marketing. So I'm not going to like recommend him as I just think it's an interesting point. to talk about. And I'm curious because, like Eagle said, with that one seed near terminal cola and a whole bunch of other thoughts, and Bingus's point earlier, it all kind of ties together in an interesting way, and in a non-traditional breeding and seed making sense.
The beauty of
I'm doing it old-fashioned.
the beauty of using S1 pollen is you get to see, you know, I mean, with the male, yeah, like you were saying, it smells good, whatever, but it's not producing any kind of female bud, so you don't really know what genes it's carrying. But when you take it from an over healthy, I think is a good way to say it, female, you know what you got. I have one female, alpha female, that I just keep clones of, and I just bring her in when I want to see what, like this blueberry I got. I don't even know if it's DJ short. It's probably not the original, but it's tasty. But the buds are kind of so I'm going to hit it with the alpha female, and we'll see what happens. So far, that's been very productive. The seeds I gave to Eagle were done that way. So
something like 80% of blueberries are related to DJ Short's blueberry on the Phylos samples that have been submitted. So I'd imagine it's probably related.
And the thing is I don't really, I mean, I want to give credit where credit is due, but I really am looking at, this is pretty good stuff, but it doesn't, the way I'm growing it, it doesn't give me as big of buds as I'd like. So, you know, it's just,
one thing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just play around. That's all I do.
I had a comment though about a lot of people say, and I've heard Mr. Soul say this, I've heard a bunch of people, including yourself, and I thought this for a long time too, but people say you don't know what you're going to get from a male. And I kind of got to push back a little bit, because if you look at like pedigree dog breeding or anything, like, yeah, we're all growing for the female because that's what we want is the bud. But like, I know the genetics of the mother and the father that made that male. I made them. I made the F2s that grew that male. I knew what the F1 was. Like it's a purple punch crossed to Cookie 7 from Doja DNA. And I know what is contained within that. So you have an idea of what it's bringing to the table. I don't necessarily believe that smell is going to be the smell that comes out in the females. I just personally believe in like the spirituality of that was the plant that called to me. It was the most vigorous, healthy, and grew the best in my environment. Smelled right at the time. It made me select it. I feel like sometimes you're not really doing the selecting, like the plant is guiding us.
It's no argument at all. The thing is the time involved, and it's, you know, that's the purest methods that have been used since, you know, the ancient times. But it's not always, you know, I just don't like room. We have to adapt to our environments, right? Don't have the room, don't have really the time to, in this, you know how it is. I mean, you got to label everything, keep track, and it's quite, you know, you have to be detail oriented. And stoners, myself included, I can get, you know, a little fucking lazy at times.
My plan is to do like one seed run a year, and it's going to be involving the Velvet Punch. This is like my introduction to breeding. I think that to do anything, you should do it through personal experience. So I really liked this guy's line of F1. I asked him if it'd be okay if I made F2s. I made the F2s, really like the F2s. Now I'm making F3s. I'm going to see how it changes from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6. And who knows, maybe take it to 7 or 8. But if I do one per year, then that gives me a year worth of testers that I can send out to my friends who want them and grow myself and just see how it adapts and evolves with my selections throughout the process.
So you're young and you have that time.
This is true.
So, Jack, I can't help but wonder, instead of running an F2 line, starting off with F2, how come you didn't start from, scratch? How come you didn't start with an F1 and then just rework it all the way through?
So I liked his F1. He did a great job. So I was like, I just want to run with it. You know, it works. I'm not doing this for sale. I do what I think. My wife said to me, if I had just smoked Velvet Punch for the rest of my life, I think I'd be okay with that. And she's like a big time smoker and like uses more cannabis than I do and most people. And she's pretty picky. We both have very, I guess, developed tastes. And so if she liked it that much, then I figured I can make seeds of it for myself, so then I can have seeds of it to grow all the time. And on top of that, see how it works with other stuff. Like I'm crossing it with sangria right now. So I have the F2 Velvet Punch hitting a sangria. So I'll have a few seeds to play around with that. But then I also get my F3s. So then next year I'm going to grow some of that stuff out, see what it's like. And like I said, it's sort of just like the dude's first cross he sent me 4 packs of seeds after I sent him a gift. I've told the story in the past. But the first cross, it was the best shit I ever grew. It was called Spiked Punch. It was the purple punch, the same mother, but it was hit by his Del Norte Fuel, which is like what he's known for. It's like a Mexican sativa crossed to Chem 4, crossed to Gorilla Glue 4, and OG. And it's a crazy ass, vigorous plant, and I loved it. It had pink resin on the buds. You can check it out under the hashtag Jack's Spiked Punch. But it, I should probably fucking screen share when I talk about this shit because y'all get sick of my face just talking over my bong. But
No.
the
Anyway, it's the opposite. The opposite, actually. I forget Chad was here until he said something, and I was like, "It's them ones." I'm like, they talk, and then I'm like, "Oh shit, they're here! Oh yeah, Chad's still here." Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but it's opposite.
No, it's all good. I looked over at 11:11 at the clock, so it worked out just perfect for me over here. It was meant to be. But yeah, so the Jack Spike Punch really made me. I was a big believer that like small breeders couldn't do it like the big guy. I thought Subcool was the shit. He's like the man, and like all these other big breeders, like with there's a lot of big names out there. I really respect like Shanti Baba, Mr. Nice, DJ Short, some of the old school guys that have been around a long time. I just like the work that they put in and respect it. But some of the more modern stuff, it looks beautiful or whatever on Instagram. But I've always went for the medicine, like the more consistent effects with some of the older school stuff. So I was a little apprehensive, I'll say. I grew some stuff that I thought I knew I was going to like, which was Chernobyl from Subcool. And then I had some of my buddies' Spiked Punch, which was like my first attempt at growing a small batch breeder that really not many people have ever heard of before. And he doesn't have like a big company. He does this for patients. Like he doesn't have packs. He doesn't have marketing. He's just bred on his little spot in Del Norte, California for 10 years. And he made some really beautiful creations that he shared with me. And I loved them. So I was like, shit. He said it's cool if I make it to F2. Well, actually, the Spike Punch, I didn't seed at all. I just grew at Sensi. I used Farmer Freeman for the first time in that grow. And I got 13 males and 2 females. I popped 15 Velvet Punch. All 15 popped. And I got 2 females and 1 female of Chernobyl. So it was a really, really bad male to female ratio, but I kept all the males because I didn't trust Farmer Freeman was going to work. I sent in the little leaf samples and I was like, oh, this fucker, he sent me all these males. There's no fucking way. So I flowered them all out. Sure enough, you can go back on my page. I have all the like males flowered out in solo cups. You can see little shots of them, and didn't make any seeds. I kept them in that chamber and thankfully didn't bring them out. Didn't collect pollen like I did the one time and have it get fucking blown into the intake. Live and learn. The other thing is never breed with more than 2 males at the same time, in my opinion. If you have just 1 male, then you know whatever seeds you're picking the bud out of, it came from that female plant. So you can say it's this cross to that. If you have 2 males, it's a fucking mystery. So
Yeah,
save yourself that headache.
I don't believe in that.
What's up, Tom?
Hey,
Cheers, pal. You snuck in. I didn't even see you.
Jack Greenstalk.
There he is.
Bingus. First off, Jack Greenstalk's no younger than you, bro. All you need is some good edibles every day. You'll hit his age in a couple of years. And
That's been my approach.
that's it. And
Hold on, we have to break this weed out for my homie right here. I got you, bro.
I never understood the open pollination because when I breed something, I'm trying to make something, I'm trying to do
Lock it in
something.
there.
Yeah, lock in something. Trying to
You're
affect
selective breeding.
something. Yeah, selective breeding.
Their
Open
preservation breeding is different. If you open pollinate,
Yes.
so like say I got like the Pine Tar Kush, if I'm CSI Humboldt from Tom Hill, and I think Tom Hill has since passed. So he says, I want to preserve these seeds, right? So he takes 100 females and 100 males. So instead of fucking it up by selecting it for what he likes, he wants to keep it as pure as possible and just make a seed increase. So that's
You could just keep that set of seed, those 200 seeds forever and run it later. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I commend those people because I don't have the time, space, or inclination to do that shit. But yeah, and I got the best plants I got. I didn't pay for the seeds. I'll just put it like that.
How is the Velvet Punch looking, by the way? You threw a few in flower. You got the sawtooth that you found out as a female, right?
Yeah, yep. I planted her yesterday. I'm taking cuts off of her, and I'm gonna let her, dig into the new container, and she's going into flower too.
Dude, that's one of the most impressive videos I've seen from any of my testers is from Smokestacks. He fucking killed it with that sawtooth pheno. And I'm kind of stealing that term because I saw it on a North Star menu. So sorry, North Star, if that's like your phrase or something, but I really like that term because it fits fucking perfectly. And the F2 Velvet Punch will show about 1 in 15 is what I've come to find, sawtooth phenos. I got a male and decided I didn't want to breed with that for the F3s because I want the F3s to look more traditional. But I do have plans in the future of I want to find a Velvet Punch F2 sawtooth male and then a Velvet Punch F2 sawtooth female and then cross those, make an F3 with that. And then I'm going to cross that with my buddy Mandalorian Genetics, aka Full Duplex AFN. He sent me some Australian bastard cannabis, and I think that'd be a really cool cross, like an F3 sawtooth cross to that ABC. Just make some mutant shit.
Well, just keep going. Keep going with that sawtooth. I think it's pretty cool, man.
And it produces dank buds. I was a little worried, like, because it was really narrow leaf, thin, some of them. But his bud, dude, the video he sent with those purple gloves on, it really complements the purple bud. And it was just so fucking resin coated. And when he drops the nug, it's like plunk.
Dude,
oh shit.
I did a run of bubble hash. What was it? 3 days ago. The water looked like purple Kool-Aid. It was so fucking purple, dude. I could not believe it. I have a picture of it running in the washing machine.
Dude, that's an awesome feeling. I love that.
Hey, the American one.
Yo.
Need to get to more important updates of your mail runs.
Oh, I got a cheesequake mail that I'm convinced is solid, 100%. Then I got an AK Beans blueberry mail that I hit with a whole bunch of shit. I didn't run out any of the beans yet. And what
about your post office runs?
Your post office.
Oh, snap. Yes. I'm sorry. The mail.
Did you find any females in that pheno hunt?
Yes. I actually made contact with her out of the post office areas. We're hanging out.
Oh, nice.
So
it's good call on that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Good
Hey,
job.
if a girl tells you you smell good, that's a fucking in. Listen up, gentlemen out there in the crowd. If you're into ladies, and they say you smell good.
No matter what the reason, when they tell you smell good, you got a good chance of getting something. But no, we didn't. My
mail lady kind of looks good.
I didn't hang out with her yet. I didn't hang out with her yet, but I talked to her. So outside of the post office. So that reminds me, I gotta set up something tomorrow.
Totally gotta sneak in the line. I got a package.
I got a package
delivery.
for you.
Yeah.
Special delivery. What do you do?
How many other times are you going to be able to use that?
I wonder how many other people have said that to her. I don't want to be that guy.
Postage free.
Listen, Tal, this is I don't know. It mainly came out. There's a lot of small buds. This is dude. It wasn't my favorite going in the jar, but when you bring it out and smoke it, dude, it's good. It's that out of what you gave me so far, this is that
You did the Bruce Banner one first. Did you
try the blueberry? So this is that Banner one. It's not like super strong, but it's like it tastes real good. Like, especially after
dude.
Cured up.
I didn't run any of that shit yet. But someone else who did says it's really good. But the blueberry, bro, that blueberry cross with the cheesecake.
What, people have run that one? Because I have that one too. I got that
I
one.
grew, yeah, I grew that shit. That shit is legit. Dude. People
I
say
got the
that
Amy
fruit.
going. I got the Amy going right now.
There you go, dude. There you go. That's the move right there.
Yeah, that's next. That's next.
That's-
That's in there with all the big dogs. You know, you and Jack, and then
There's gonna be a couple, dude. Hopefully, how many did you run?
how many? I think I have like, I don't know. I don't like talking numbers.
All right, good enough. If you got at least 10, they'll be a good. They'll
Who's
be an
keeping
awesome
track
feat.
nowadays?
Yeah.
You know, I don't count them. I just throw them in there. No,
This is
I mean,
America, damn it. It's illegal everywhere. We all just pretend that it's legal in our medical states. So what's a plant count? No, I'm just kidding. Respect the plant count.
It's Westport. You gotta get in here, man. I've cut you off twice now. Twice
I'm
I've
sorry,
rudely
Dad.
cut you off. Get in this
Talk
damn
that
conversation.
fucking logo, dude.
It's all good, man. I have terrible timing when it comes to entering the conversation. My sentences always start like halfway through the first few words of somebody else's. So I'm like, defer. But I appreciate it. I'm enjoying the conversation. Definitely.
You have
Oh,
to
and-
anticipate.
In my
Go ahead,
my
Eagle.
defense, anyway, I did it again, and again, it applies to both. In this case, it applies to both, though. It's hard to do it on our end because, like, when the boxes are moving, you can see a little bit of the, so you can, kind of know when to lay back a little bit. But when you're talking to the boxes, you guys, just the backgrounds, you never know when you're coming in. So it's a little bit harder to kind of control what, our end of it. That's my defense anyway. That's just my defense. So,
Fair play.
I'm
Plus
not
your
trying to cut you
connection's
off at
shit.
any point, though.
Your connection isn't
Yeah,
always the
that
best
too.
either. So
Chad.
I also want to shout out Eagle, or before you jump in the American one, because I'm gonna fucking forget. I want to, because I'm spaced out on their good bud.
No
Kineos
worries.
Genetics. Kineos Genetics. You need to get your butts back in here. We miss you, and we love you. And I'm smoking on berry lights right
Exactly.
now,
Your
and it's
shit is
fucking
legit.
dank. It's dank as fuck. I believe in you, and people need to. You're criminally underfollowed and criminally undergrown. Because if you look at my grow the berry lights, it hasn't been posted all the way through yet. I need to put that shit out there. But if you look at Fada Mike's grow, and if you look at even their own genetics, they do a hell of a job, and they're great people. Watch their episode. Go back, way fucking back, hundreds of episodes back, and watch the Kineos Genetics episode if you haven't already seen it, because they're great people. It's a fucking amazing episode. You'll probably want to buy a pack of seeds after, because they're such fucking good people, and the genetics are dank as fuck. This berry lights is fire. It's like blueberry, sweet fucking blueberry sorbet, fucking Dippin' Dots with a little undernote of pine and just gas. It's lovely.
very
All
wise.
right.
Stone.
I got a question.
Berry lights.
Chad, is the TC stand for the Chad?
Nope. It's actually part of something that I do. It's actually what the symbol means. There's a letter that's cut off from it. So it's part of a mystery, I guess.
You're not going to enlighten us with your wisdom of the occult or whatever it is. What the fuck?
Look, you don't show your face either, bro.
He said it on his episode. You got to go back and watch.
We all do it. Just come on out.
I'm just messing with
I
him.
still think Tom fucking duped us, though. He set us right up. Halloween. Let's backtrack. I still think he's Van Diesel. Still convinced. He led us up to the big reveal. When Halloween. Who's to say he didn't have a double sitting there and he just like voiced it over? I mean, come on.
That was a good episode.
Van Diesel would have that capability to just have somebody and just sit there and voice over.
The deep
Yeah.
The
fakes.
resource
Just for a
and
few
connection.
minutes. Yeah. Made good, but yet protected his identity.
No comment.
I'm still in doubt. I'm still in doubt, Tom.
Yeah. I'm getting closer to it, guys. Getting closer.
He's
Have you
all
ever
dropping seeds off Fast and Furious style and shit.
All right. I have the
No one
definitive.
gives a shit.
I have proof.
mean, honestly, no one cares. I mean, I get it.
I have proof. Tao is Vin Diesel. You ready? You
But
ready
you've
for
done
fucking
the
proof?
episode.
Have you ever
Come on.
seen
Flash
the
screen
American
real
one?
quick.
Have you ever seen Tao and Vin Diesel in the same room at the same time? No, they're the same fucking person.
Mm,
Boom.
I seen him. I seen him on the. Yeah.
Not in the same room at the same time.
So he only got
Tao
one
and Vin
appearance.
Diesel,
Drop the mic.
As himself,
Drop the mic.
with his face. So
same
that was
person.
it's froze in my mind. I know exactly
Episode.
what he looks like. I'll never forget that. When I heard you were showing your face, dude, it was like I came over CNN. I was like, I gotta get over there.
I know,
And then
right?
then Tao gives you
Dude.
his AOL or whatever, fucking all of his like old school email
It was crazy.
that he's had since he was in middle school or some shit. I don't know.
Oh,
I love that Tao hit me with the AOL.
Yeah,
I'm like,
when I
send me
have
your
it,
email.
I have
I'll
an
do
AOL. I
it, man.
gave
I
that
feel you,
address
bro.
out. They're like, you have no numbers in your email address. I'm like, yeah, like, wow, you must have, like, that was an old email address. But
He's on that East Coast shit. He's on that East Coast, baby.
fuck, man, I'm
You
stoned
know,
too right
it's
now.
funny is I remember that episode because I actually did something I never do, and that's I raided Fumi's chat that night, and fucking was like Tao's showing his face on my show.
I think I said,
That's some funny shit. You go, yo, remember Grow Mouse used to wear that the mouse head all the time? It was big when he took that off. He didn't make any announcement or nothing. He just had it off one day and his face was there. I was like, holy shit.
That's like
Props
pro
to that
wrestling
dude
when
for
they
wearing that
unmask him.
thing.
Yeah, I don't know how you could wear that thing, man.
Heavy as fuck.
I would just point my camera at Bob, but then the audio would be weird because I'd be talking from behind the computer. You have the big old Bob staring at you. Be nice.
Yeah, like Skunkman Sam just puts that stupid stuffed doll on his thing at hair church all the time. But his camera's on. Like I could do that. This way my camera would be on. I would be more than a voice. I'd be a box and a voice.
Like
You do
everybody
it to
does
me
in
all
everything.
the time, Tal. Because sometimes I do like drift off or a little bit or stare. I have the tendencies, I don't know what it is, to look at the box that's speaking. Almost like it's a one-to-one, you know. I'm almost looking in your eyes when you're talking most of the time. So like when you come in and I've like fucking been smoking for like 2 hours solid. Chad did it earlier, man. I was sitting here like looking at, I came back probably Jack that was speaking, and then Chad said something, and I was like, oh yeah, he's here. Look over and seen the box. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot Chad was here. You do it to me all the time, man. I hear that deep voice come through. I'm like, oh yeah, fucking Tyle's here. Shit.
Yeah.
I've told you this too, Tal. I've actually sat up in a few episodes of other people's shows and was like, oh shit, Tal's out.
Bingus, gotta get going, y'all. Peace out, Bingus. Much love,
Guys,
brother.
have a great night, man. Again, great episode. Keep up the great work.
Bingus.
And wormholes are awesome too, man. So take care, guys.
Have a good one, Bingus.
Have a
Yeah,
good one,
Bingus. I'm gonna join you.
yeah.
Join you out the door. They come in twos. But hey, thanks a lot, guys. It's been fun hanging out, and I will be back sooner than later. One of these days, I'll get over the phobia. So
It's all good, Dad. I feel you, man. Hey,
cool.
It's all good.
stay on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Batman. Oh, Batman gets exposed every once in a while, so we'll get you.
Just wear a pair of glasses. They never found out who Superman was. It works every time.
Yeah, we'll get
Oh, the Lone
you.
Ranger. Get the Lone Ranger mask. How did that ever protect his identity? What the hell?
Oh shit! You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate you. Much love.
Peace out, Chad.
Take care, brother. That's funny, Tal, because ain't nobody done that one yet. I've never seen a cannabis influencer, if you will, on with the mask. That would be hilarious. We've seen
The Lone
Green
Ranger
Man,
mask?
We've seen, that'd be hilarious.
That's a good strain name.
What would his
The Lone Ranger.
the Dank Ranger, the Dank Ranger, with fucking cannabis leaves on the mask? Oh shit!
Green.
You'll see him at the racetrack. It'll be Eagle. Eagle's got to get like one of the wrestling outfits. The American flag cape, you know what I'm saying? Bald eagle style.
That's fucking funny.
Hey, is there any low key events coming up, Eagle? I
That's
need to
what
go.
I was just thinking.
First,
I'm gonna go to a low key event and
I
smoke
want to go
out.
to a high
they,
key.
Tommy, you were the one saying
there's
that
a
you were gonna
couple.
throw it.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
know.
you remember that shit, man. That was
Hey,
a
you
fun
guys come
night.
over right now. How soon do you get here, Eagle? It's snowing like a month. All right, tomorrow morning
Tonight,
we'll
yeah,
start.
yeah,
We'll throw some
about
food
5 hours,
live
something
from
like
Tommy's
that.
house.
You know, there is some events coming on. Some of them, I can't talk about yet, but I can just tell you that there is. They're in the mix for 417. I seen one for 420. Vehicle Cities, open and popping. I seen that. They've got fucking food specials. They got Valentine Days gig, all kinds of shit going. I like hanging out Vehicle City, man. It's a fun
Damn,
place to
Jack.
just hook up, man. It's like midway for most people. You know what I mean? You can stop, hook up, smoke down, play some pool, do whatever.
Damn,
It's always fun.
damn, Jack. That was a big ass bong hit, bro. That's a what kind of bong is that? Hold that up real quick. Just hold the bong up. Oh shit, nice. I
Damn.
gotta get a new bong. Smoke flower out of.
Canadian. It's Macro was the name. It had like two griffins on there when I first got it. They've all been rubbed off. You can kind of see it on that bowl right there.
Fucking
It's like a little
Smiley at,
shield.
bro. That's it. Where's Smiley?
That was a vaporizer, bro. That wasn't even a bong toke typically though. That's through a fucking whip and a hose. Let me turn the camera around here for you.
I need to take a
Mm.
fucking dab, man. I
That
haven't
was off
had
the vape?
that.
That was off the
Oh
vape, bro.
shit.
No wonder you love that thing, dude.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
god. I thought you took a bong hit, bro.
And then this all turns into RSO. It was out of the bong.
Shit. Damn,
That's what we're
dude.
on. It's
I
got a
mean, I'm
little 14mm adapter. Yeah, it just goes right
Yo,
to the
have you
bong.
guys ever grown a strain called Alien Kush or an Alien Kush cross of some sort?
I haven't grown it.
Yeah,
I've smoked it.
something alien. I forget.
That's
What
the
the hell?
shit that fucking turned that water purple, dude. I
Yeah.
was amazed. I don't because the plant wasn't that purple, dude. The material wasn't that purple. I think when it hit the ice, maybe it made more purple come out.
Anthocyanin likes to run in that cold water. If there's any of that purple in there, it wants to come out in that water.
It was
It
fucking
doesn't always come out
dark,
in the
dude.
hash.
Some of it might. I didn't even scope it yet. But so this is the very first time. So I did a 220, a 120, a 73, 45, and that's it. The 220 was to catch the garbage, and then from there on, the 120, dude, was full. The 120 was full, and I usually most of the shit that I ran, there was the 73 that you get the most full, but this was about even. The 120 and the 73 got about the same amount of material.
Do you run a 5 gallon? What do you do? A 5 gallon? Or do
Yeah.
you do like one of them and you do it by hand?
No, I got a 5 gallon washing machine. It's a little
Oh,
washing.
small micro machine.
Yeah, the RV washing machine. That's I heard. I don't know. I've been
Micro machines from back in the day.
lurking. The RV washing machines is what you want to get if you want to.
Right,
Because
right.
dude, they charge $350 for the same exact, like Eagle was saying one night, the same
I used to have
fucking
a
exact
20 gallon.
unit. You look at it, the same exact components, probably the same fucking starting serial number shit. You know what I'm saying? They
It
slap on
is.
some
It's the
different
same
stickers.
machine.
Right. Slap on different
I've seen them
stickers
side
and
by
mark it
side.
up $200, $300. So fuck them. I got mine on eBay for $70. It's clean. I did do the thing where it had the corrugated hose. I put on the smooth hose, and bam, dude. That's the best material I smoke is pretty much that bubble hash, I'd say, that I do
Listen.
myself.
So, yeah, okay. So, I mean, when I had one, I had no idea what was going to happen nowadays. When we used to make it, it was just like, it was kind of lazy style. It was when I was like first growing weed. It was like I mean, it was. I guess it was a little bit after that, but it was like this is like the newest shit, like bubble hash. And we went, me and my buddies split one of those 20. It was like a 20-gallon, right? And we
Damn,
threw it
right.
right into a 30-gallon trash can, with the bag stretched over. You could like stretch it real tight. You got the right
Mhm.
trash can and shit. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I understood about scraping it, but we just make it into like a big brick and then, you know what
See,
I mean? Definitely on a pizza box. Definitely
look
on
at look at Eagle dying, dude. Eagle is dying.
everything tastes like pepperoni. Like,
That was me
oh,
a
you got
second
that
ago.
jalapeno batch.
That shit got me, man.
Is it jab
Uh,
time?
Dabble
until
if
it's
you got them,
420.
brother.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oof.
after somewhere.
Oh, got any dabs?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's always 420 here.
Hey, but like
Man,
you
that
just
one squinted the third eye again.
said,
Oof.
the American one. You know how you
Yes.
said you just followed Frenchie's video? You just put it
Yes,
on.
dude.
I did the same fucking thing and
Yep.
got beautiful hash. So I was always like, where's my hash? In comparison, I was able to buy some of Frenchie's hash. And granted, his shit is better than mine for sure, but it's not
It's
like
not much.
100 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
It's
why?
like
It's because he had that.
his
He
is
has
here.
access to the best clones, dude. That helps shit,
So,
especially when.
He had cherry pie, and I've made my own cherry pie hash. So it was like,
See, yeah. So that's even marbles to marbles because I tasted his sour tangy bubble hash, dude. That shit was legit.
it melts
Super
beautifully.
legit. Yeah, dude.
I still have some actually. I keep it stocked up in the thing for a special occasion. Just a tiny
But
little
you know,
so
the 120 might have some
Just-
purple spikes in there.
just to let some cats out of the bag here. Oof, that thing still got me a little bit. So, as far as hash things go, February is going to be a good month. At some point here in the next week or so, I'll probably do another hash episode. I don't know if it'll be like a daytime episode. I might just do one outdoors in the fucking cold, old school bubble man style. And then I've got Nicotine will be coming on here this month, and I've got to double check. I don't want to mess up her name, but I want to say it's Jane Doe.
Maybe
some other-
Jendo? Maybe Jendo?
Jendo. Thank you.
Oh,
child.
dude.
Thank you, Jendo.
That's cool. From what
And
I've
then,
seen, she seems
because,
pretty cool.
And then because of the reconnection with, I actually had a fun. I reached out to Frenchie again, and then because of the connection with TC actually knows Frenchie, and so he's kind of opened up the negotiations with Frenchie. I actually tried to get him on a couple times. I don't know, there's some miscommunication somewhere, and then I tried like last week to get him on, and I got like the worst cancellation I ever got out of anybody so far. And then I mean it was like off the table. Okay, I'm being completely honest here. It was like off the table, completely off the table. And then seriously. And then TC reached out for the Sub Cool tribute episode, and he was going to come on, but he actually got sick that night and had to go to the hospital. So, shout out to Frenchie. So, but the negotiations for that is open again. So I think there's still a chance that Frenchie may come on. But this is what I got for the cancellation was. I says, so is there a possibility we might be able to do it this time? Sometime soon? And this is what I got. Unfortunately not, friend. With COVID the way it is in 21, I'm going to have to say no. And I'm like, COVID is infected Zoom. Holy shit. So I knew at that point it was pretty much a bang, 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 bang. So I didn't even think it was a fucking I don't even think it was a thing after that point, to be honest with you. So that's what, yeah.
Maybe you
It
didn't
was,
understand it was a
it
Zoom
was
meeting.
funniest no I've ever gotten, to be honest with you. I was like, okay.
Dude, that is pretty good, bro. I tell everyone, if whatever you need an excuse, it's it. The COVID, whatever it is,
Yep.
the COVID.
My book delays, shipping,
There you go. Due
COVID.
to the COVID.
That's exactly
You're
it.
late to work. Damn it, boss. The COVID, man.
Everything.
It's really bad this morning.
It made the
Lights out.
traffic worse somehow. I don't
Yes.
know how.
Can't pay taxes. Go.
COVID. That's it. Yo. All right. You know what? I shouldn't even bring it up. I'm sorry.
It is a good excuse, but because honestly, it does. It's
What,
impacting
taxes?
as far as
No.
delays.
I was gonna bring up if you guys seen the footage of that the guy across the street with the people shoveling their driveways.
On Grosho, yeah, unfortunately, I fucking unfollowed his ass after I saw that shit. I was like, done, man. I don't like seeing that shit, unfortunately.
I know. That's why I said I shouldn't bring it up. All right.
What happened? No, I didn't see it. Don't tell me. I guess.
It's just a murder on film that you're not expecting. There's like an argument in a driveway over shoveling snow, and this dude shoots this woman basically in cold blood in the street. And
I'm
then
not
shoots
sure.
the over
It's
a
getting
verbal.
bad, dude.
No, he
She was
shoots.
dumping shit in their lawn, I guess, the trash and snow.
No, I don't even know. It wasn't. So this is from what I understand. Dude, the sound and everything. The one
I've heard
guy's
it.
like,
Listen, he's
fuck
calling
you,
him like,
pussy.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
you,
yeah.
pussy. Yeah, and the guy is like, she comes over, pops a bullet, kills two people, a husband and wife, or a boyfriend, girlfriend, something like that, brother, sister, whatever it was. And then he shoots him up with a handgun, goes into the house, gets an AK, and comes back out and makes sure. And
I
then,
stopped watching. He kills
well, that
himself
was
at
it.
the end,
Yeah.
right?
And then from the news reports, he killed himself. When the cops come knocking on his door, he killed himself.
That's why you don't fuck
Yeah.
around with people these times.
You know,
Honestly,
that's what I'm
people are
saying.
crazy right now.
But you know what? I showed it to my buddy because I don't want my buddy being a dick to someone that he shouldn't be a dick to and getting popped, you know?
My neighbor got shot. He was living in Brazil before he moved here, but he in a fucking, this was just road rage. He got out of the car and he was kind of a big dude, and the dude was probably scared, pulled his gun, shot him twice in the stomach. Dude would have died if his wife wasn't a nurse who fucking
Knew what
saved
to
his
do.
life.
Yeah, wow, man. See, but
People
that's
have
it.
guns,
Yeah.
and they're not afraid to use them.
Dude,
Even if
why
it's not
be an
rational.
asshole to
It's just
somebody
got
to the
people
point where they
wound
want to
tight.
shoot you, dude? That's just not necessary almost in any case.
Where was it? For one, what
PA.
In Pennsylvania, yeah.
Yeah, bet it was.
Go ahead, Eagle.
This shit's
Your show,
got
buddy.
people
Gotta
wound
get in.
tight.
I agree.
Shit's got people wound tight for sure.
I have a personal story that I was personally affected by this shit. And thankfully, I know not to escalate. I was walking on a hike that I walk 6 days a week with a special needs individual. And I'm going to this place where there's a swing, like a fucking rope swing hung up for the kid at the end of the trail. He hangs out there and he'll sit on the swing, fucking take a break, eat a snack or whatever, and then we go. This like dude who's in his 40s or 50s literally starts like screaming and yelling like, what are you guys doing back here? Nobody comes back here, like blah blah blah. He's like mumbling under his breath, like swearing, and he's out there shooting a bow and arrow at a target over a hiking trail that like children routinely fucking go on. So he starts packing up his shit, and I'm assuming, oh, he's gonna leave. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just here with my buddy. He's special needs, and I'm just, trying to take him to the swing. He wants to go swing. And the dude's like, all right. And he like, no mask on, starts storming at me and the kid. So like him and I like walk off the trail into like an uncomfortable area of fucking. So I thought he's leaving. Now he just like storms past us. So we keep going. We go onto the swing. He sets up his target and starts fucking unloading a volley of arrows, like all pissed off, like 100 feet away from me. So I'm like behind a tree. Like as soon as he's done, we're fucking out of here. And sure enough, like as soon as he finished, I fucking got the hell out of there and looked into it. It's totally fucking illegal to do that in my city. But yeah, there's definitely like crazy ass people out there. So you never know. If I would have said the wrong thing, maybe, and if he's having the wrong fucking day, he turns and lets one of those arrows go in our direction. He was hitting a target like this big, from 100 feet away. So if he wanted to, he could hit me with one of those fucking arrows, and that is a weapon. So in those situations, like, I could have been an asshole back to him. I was upset. He was yelling at me and a special needs child. Like, that's not mine. That I'm like just trying to get exercise with the kid. Like, that's my job. I'm paid to do it. And we're in a public setting. So it was like completely inappropriate for him to be handling himself that way. And I could have said a whole bunch of shit, but I was just respectful and stayed the fuck away and got the hell out of there as soon as I could. It's like, avoid the situation. 99% of fights or arguments are avoidable, believe it or not. It's our ego that gets in the way 99% of the time. Not all the time, but I think a lot of people let their ego draw them into the shit. They want to be right. They want to like prove their way. It's like sometimes it's not worth it.
I live by a 3-strike rule. And I swear to God, you guys can take whatever you want from this. I'll give you 3 chances in an argument or like a heated incident. Swear, I'll give you three chances. Well, I calmly fucking, okay. Yeah, no, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. And if you keep escalating or you strike me on the 3rd time, I will pop you in the fucking jaw. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's the 3-strike rule, and I'll count them out to you. And that's no word of a lie. If you've ever been in a heated instance with me, I'll tell you, you got 3 chances, and I'll count them out to you. And as they come out, I'll be like, oh, that's one. You won't, trust me, it won't never be something that blindly happens. If I'm in that kind of instance, it'll fucking, I count it out just as
It's like
happens. I try to be super fair about it. I try to be super fair about it. You know what I mean? It's, you know what's even funnier about it is that's completely illegal because you've warned them and you've laid it out. It's not like you've like, hey, if you blindly hit somebody in the court of law, that will actually hold up that you warned them and gave them every opportunity.
What are we talking about? People coming on your property?
Well, this just happened to be a video that Tal and I both saw because we followed a similar Instagram account where there was that shooting.
I got lost. I got lost in it, man.
Just generally talking about how people are crazy in these times, and the excuse for like being late to shit is pandemic or whatever. I'm gonna stop saying the C word because I think it, I don't know, triggers people sometimes. But man, people are definitely, like Eagle said it perfectly. People are wound tight like right now. A lot of people have been out of work for a while. A lot of people would like to be in work. Some people are deemed essential. Some people aren't deemed essential. And it's like, it's a weird ass time. So people are financially pressed. People are emotionally pressed. They're being forced to do shit that they don't want to do, like having to wear a mask or stay inside or not see their family or their friends. So for over a year, we've all been going through this shit.
A lot of people posted that fucking video clip. So I wonder if that says something about,
it's sickens me,
general, man. Yeah. But yeah, when I saw it, dude, because your stomach.
I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I stopped watching as soon as I heard bang, bang, bang. And then he went to the girl on the ground and he went to like shoot her in the head. I was like,
and
fuck
the other guy just ran away. Like I would have tackled that guy. That guy, see, that's another thing.
It's easy to say until you see a fucking gun.
I don't know, dude.
I agree. I'd like to believe that, Tal, but.
Right. You know what? That's true too. But I think I'd fucking tackle that motherfucker. I would get my blood on that motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now, man. Because he shot. All right, we should stop talking about it, dude.
Let's talk about something else, please.
Shooting the chick point blank, dude. Point blank, shooting the chick. I think I would just automatically charge the guy, even after he started shooting me. All right, sorry.
All right, I'm about to dab.
I need a fucking dab.
I didn't know how long it was gonna be anyway. Need a fucking. I'm telling you.
I apologize.
I gotta come up for. I need a random, like cannabis 8-ball or random like wheels or like that, like subject change.
Y'all done did it now. Watermelon cherry pie.
Oh man. Is it the first pop at the watermelon?
No, I've been enjoying it for a little while. It puts me down just like the regular cherry pie. This I didn't grow this. This is sourced from my wife and her delivery service. It's through Steezy, who makes the carts. They make I don't even know what this is. Live resin. It's like a diamonds, mostly diamonds, a little bit of sauce.
Oh. I broke a bowl earlier. I'm just gonna like dab the, you know what I'm saying, the shit from the inside of it. No, just,
I'm actually still puffing on some of Tommy Trichome's two scoops, man. That
you
shit
still
seems
got
to
the
be
scissors.
getting stronger as it ages up there, Tom.
You're
Pretty
gonna have to
good.
get flavor. Maybe Santa Claus will bring you something. Thank Claus.
What you
Hey,
got over
Eagle,
there, Tom?
how are them Earth boxes doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Need to get in there and do a little de-leafing.
I gotta redecorate my shit.
You know, it's almost kind of, well, we know they were doing good, but me running the heater in here lately, it's been, I'm sure going to be an extra benefit. I got a little tongue tied now. Because I have been ramping the CO2 up here the last few days. Slow now, but I've had it up around 16 with the heater on. Usually start it down if it gets any higher. So,
You guys been doing any gardening, like vegetables, coming up in the spring? You get any vegetables going?
hopefully this
I'm actually
I
thinking about planting
I
some
always
fruit, like a citrus, actually, like a little finger
yeah
lime and
yeah
some
you
blood
live in the right
orange.
place. Yeah.
Citrus grows really fucking well where I live.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. If you go east out into the desert, you know what I mean, out by that casino and all that,
Yeah.
it's crazy out there. It's good driving too. If you got a little car that could, then it don't have to be like a crazy. You know what I mean? You could just the little burning around the curves and shit out there. It's fun out
My
there.
Mini Cooper whips around those curves.
That's what you got.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, that's probably fun. That's probably fun right out there. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
oh yeah. My Brandon used to live out there. Brandon lived
What?
in East County. He lived by Verona or Pachanga, one of those. I can't remember. I don't really go to the casinos. Or no, it was a different one. So I don't feel less bad about exposing where it was at.
I don't know. Myself. I don't know. I'm not trying to. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm glad I had that dab. Thank you, Eagle, for playing the dab song. Much needed.
All of San Diego County is huge, man.
It is huge, man. I love the spot I'm in personally. It's not overpopulated. There's not a ton of traffic. For me to go like 15 miles, I can take 15 minutes. In LA, to go 2 miles, it takes 30 minutes sometimes. So right now, it's not really that way as much, but there's definitely tons and tons of traffic. And where I'm at, thankfully, not so much.
Go down that. You go to that pizza place, and where is it, in Carlsbad? I think.
Pizza Port.
Yeah, Pizza Port. That's it. Yeah.
I love Pizza Port, man. Good
Yeah, it's
beer, good pizza. I actually just had it like last week.
damn, I missed that shit. Hey, man, if I come out there, I'm hitting you up.
Dude, come out
I
for
love it
real.
out there. I love it.
We just got a new couch. It's coming in tomorrow. Big ass, comfortable. I had to buy my wife a couch before. I almost like don't even want to say it because people are gonna think that I have more money than I do. But I got myself a used car. I don't drive a Mini Cooper anymore. I gave my wife the Mini Cooper.
What'd you get, a Denali?
No, I got a 1 year older car than the car I was driving. I was driving a 2015 Mini Cooper. Didn't trade it in. I gave it to my wife because after I evaluated some of our finances while I was doing my taxes, I looked at the Lyft cost and the Uber cost per month that it cost her to go to work, not having a second car. She sold her car very selflessly of her when we lived in Florida and moved here to San Diego with me from Orlando. And so she has not had a car for 4 years. And in that time, she has had to Uber or Lyft to go to work or be dropped off. I mean, I work a ton, so it's very rare that I can take her in. So I looked at the numbers for a 30-day period of how much Lyft and Uber costs. And then I looked at cars in that price range with the insurance, and even saving myself a few $100 a month, I was able to get a 2014 Model S Tesla. So
Oh, nice. There you
it's
go.
a S60. It's got autopilot.
You go like
like you're
this?
saying,
Have you done that?
you actually have to keep, it's auto steer. You have to keep your hands on the wheel, but there's like an Easter egg where if you click it 4 times instead of 2, it turns it like Rainbow Road on and it starts playing more cowbell.
You can't just
Like
break up the
psychedelic road.
fabric, like turn the seat around.
You can use one hand,
Smoke mode.
and then in the other hand, in theory, you could have one hand on the wheel, one hand on the puffco. In theory, hypothetically, allegedly.
No, no, no.
You know, the Pop brothers at law would always tell you to say, shut the fuck up if you're ever pulled over. Never admit anything. If you're asked why, if you get pulled over, you say, why'd you pull me over? And they start asking questions, you say, I'm not discussing my day.
Sure.
And if they keep asking questions, then you just, I'm forgetting part of the script right now.
Shit. Yeah. You
just shut the fuck up. You just say, am I being detained or am I free to go? That's the magic word. Am I being detained or am I free to go? And then if they say you're being detained, then you shut the fuck up. Sorry, I spaced out. I'm definitely high from that day.
Well, I could hypothetically do the same thing in my truck, you know, with it parked, with my hand on the wheel, with no keys in the ignition, do the same thing. You know what I mean?
That's the way to do it.
No computer.
You don't need a computer.
I would like that be the day. Do you think you could honestly get away with it at that point when we have cars? You could do that. Just be like, no, man, I wasn't smoking. The car was driving, man. Shit.
It just reminds me of that Anchorman. Ron Burgundy thinks that cruise control. It's like, who's driving? Oh, dude, it's on cruise control.
That's yeah, I think it's gonna be fine real soon. Be laying down sleeping on the car driving.
Dude, there was one dude. They
arguing with the officer. This thing needs to be programmed, man. This thing's got a glitch.
So Tesla had to change their software because some dude was sleeping in the Tesla while he had autopilot. So they make you have to hang onto the wheel now, and I think they have a monitor that sees your eyes in some of the newer ones, so you can't fall asleep at the wheel. But soon they're gonna have what's called full self-driving. Mine will not have that. It's like a $7,000 upgrade for like the newer cars. They're like 2020s and shit like that. Or I don't know how new they have to be to get that. But those you can literally type in the address where you want to go, and it drives you there. You don't have to touch the wheel at all.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's true autopilot. Like what I have is called auto steer, but I can just hang onto the wheel. I don't have to press the brake or the accelerator, and it'll stop when there's a car in front of you at a red light, all the way to a stop, and it'll take off as soon as they take off.
It won't let you change lanes either if somebody's there, huh?
No, it won't. And if you click the turn signal, it actually changes lanes for you. So
yeah, I don't like that.
Honestly, I don't use the autopilot a ton, and most of the older models don't really necessarily have that, but it's interesting. The one thing I will say is they're one of the safest cars on the road, and that was a big reason for me getting it. And it has free supercharging for life, so I'm saving myself money on gas. So I drive a good chunk for work, and there's a supercharger right between my house and like a lot of the families that I work for. So like between gigs, I'll go park there. I was listening to fucking Talking Shit with Eagle. I was gonna send you a picture because it showed on the dashboard, fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, while I was charging, and it's a good way to keep myself entertained in those times. I was listening to the rabbit hole or the wormhole of Miss Jill's episode.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, around here,
I was a little discouraged on the podcast side of things, man. I don't know what it was, man. I posted a drove yesterday in my fucking time off there. Thought I'd catch up a little bit of shit while I wasn't on air. And I seriously watched the audience go, doot, 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 doot. I was like, what the fuck? How bad can these last shows be? Because I seriously, I watched like, well, within a few hours, watched like 10 people unsub. I was like, holy shit, really? Really?
I wonder if maybe it was the content, if you would have rolled it out more slowly. Like if you dump a bunch on people at one time, like you're getting some new
That's what I
followers out
thought.
there. And then they're like, oh, I can't keep up with fucking 20, 30, 50 episodes of 8 hours or 4 hours. You know, it's like even 2X, and that's a big chunk of.
That's what I thought too. Maybe they just got tired of the notification and just thought, I'll fucking look it up. Because it was, what, I posted like 15 or so yesterday. And shit, I've still got a lot to go. I've already got like a catalog like 150 or so up there. But between rabbit hole wormholes and fucking the organic takeover and this, we're talking like close to 700 episodes available right now. And they do come in waves just like that, usually about fucking 10 at a time. So I kind of wondered if that was it too.
Well, and who knows? Somebody somewhere on one of the shows probably said something to piss someone off, maybe at some point. That wouldn't surprise me too much. I mean, some of the people in the podcast world are probably a little bit more sensitive than your crowd. Typically, I'd say we're a pretty a rowdy bunch. I love all of us. Tad, what are we looking at?
Oh,
You're muted.
Damn it.
This
Yeah,
is some of the velvet punches.
How do they grow for you in veg, and how are they doing in flower?
Well, they're doing good in flower. There's a cut. So this is one. That there is one. This here is one. So there you go. You can see the container and the plan. And then this here is one too. So this one here and this one here came in late because they didn't show sex, and I didn't give them much recoup time from the transplant, but I pushed them into flower, and they're doing killer. They're all doing killer, basically.
you trying sideways?
They were all in. They were all in. They could have been in veg a little longer to get after the transplant. It would have been happier, but they're already back into the swing of things. Let me see if I can do it.
I always think the fucking plants look fucking good when they've got that lime green in the middle, like fresh growth.
I used to think that was bad, but then when I saw Russ Brandon's plants having it, I was like, oh, that's a good thing. They're just growing so vigorous that new part hasn't gotten light yet.
No.
This here is
exactly what that is.
Time Rec from TGA Subcools. Time Rec.
That's some OG stuff right there.
That's one I don't have.
That's the Bruce Banner that I used in that cross. See how it's all. It's pretty lanky. Yeah, it's pretty leggy, dudes.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why.
One.
Yeah, that's why I tried.
Cheese Quake, right?
That's why I crossed it with the Cheese Quake. Hopefully, it'll get a little tighter and stronger. But
is she getting enough
she's
light?
Pretty strong.
Is that a corner that's a little bit less lit?
Yeah. Not. You know what? I got some sort of meter that I just use to.
But she's always leggy.
Yeah. Oh no, she's always leggy. Yeah. It's not because she's getting low light. Nah. And so that's the whole layout of this particular turn. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 Velvet Punch F2s, the Bruce Banner, and the Time Rec.
See, I like the 2 time stretch, or maybe 3, like at most, because unless once you get to that Bruce Banner level when they're getting crazy, like in some of the Gorilla Glues and where it gets real floppy and kind of hard to manage. That's the only like where the level of stretch becomes inconvenient. So
But
I think
yeah, so
you got
this,
to aim for that happy medium.
and you can see. So check it out. You see this bruise, man? You see that middle?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I did the GML tap, and you see that side branch right there that comes up. That now is the tallest one, and it actually has a bigger bud on it. So I just said I'm going to leave it go now. I ain't going to pop off them leaves, but you could see how that tapping, how pulling the top, those fan leaves off the top had helped all those branches come up though. That's partly why it looks stretchier or leggier than it sometimes is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my berry lights was that way, and I just did low stress training. I just took that top and bent it down, and like one of the mid lowers came up and became the chunkiest cola, and it was one that got one of those fat knuckles. When I'd shake it, I think it snapped a little bit at the joint each time, and it got a little fatter and a little fatter, and that whole branch just hulked out, and it was the fattest bud on the entire plant.
That looks like that one branch is going to do that. And yours, the velvet punches, I only topped them once, and they all came up like that on their own. I don't think I even did the. Oh yeah, I did. I did some of that GML topping on those too, but they came up.
They
Those
get
branches
huge
all.
leaves.
Yeah, I took off a lot of leaves. I'm gonna take off more, and I did some undercarriage work on at least 2 of them. I took off a whole bunch that was on the bottom. I gotta get that one over there.
I just did the same thing the other night.
And you can see, yeah, there's a whole bunch of leaves I could take off probably. So yeah, that's this. That's this time. So this is only like, this one was in flower a little longer, but the rest of them, it's only like a week, if that. All right, sorry, Eagle.
No, I was just gonna say, I thought you weren't a fan of like the heavy D leaf in there and veg. Just kind of leaving the top ones on there.
Yeah, that's not heavy leaf, but I did the leaf. So like, I what I usually do now is like off all the main stalks, I take all those fan leaves off straight down, like where the branch comes out, the one underneath where the branch comes out, when I put it into flower. So that's start. And then if there's a whole bunch of main branches, I do it to all of them. But yeah, there's a lot of leaves on these plants. Not like I ever did a crazy strip.
Because me and Smiley had you do it that one time, remember?
Yeah,
all the girls in bed were
yeah.
like, snap them, snap them, snap them. You're like, I ain't never doing that shit again. Fuck you guys.
No,
but that's what I still do it. I still do that shit.
No, it ain't bad. Those plants did fine. I came back 3 days later and they like, you couldn't even tell. And for some reason, all the plants I get those fat fucking leaves, man, really fat.
Dude, if I was still at my garage, I'd show you. I just snapped one. I just snapped one in bed. I mean,
yeah,
a big top. That's low stress to me. That ain't stress. Take it easy. Sometimes you get knocked down. You gotta get back up, right?
I chirped a fucking girl today. You'd probably shit yourself. I pulled out this fucking girl. I'm doing another 1 per 4x4, and this bitch was fucking huge. I'll pull her over. Fuck it.
This is one that wasn't used to its container yet.
I let her choose at this point. Like sometimes I won't take any leaves off, and they'll just naturally die enough. I pack the plants in so tight that by the end it's all fucking defoliated, like naturally. The plant just occasionally, like you go in there after a night cycle, and some of the fucking leaves are just shriveled up if you have way too many leaves in there. So you pull those out, and then gradually it gets thinner and thinner every day.
Right. It tells you what.
You leave this girl today. Now later tonight, I'm gonna pull her down, open her up, spread her out for that 4x4. This is a barbecue gorilla, number 4. Number 4. This is V2s of the barbecue gorilla by fucking Empire Breeding Co. But this girl was big today. I went through and did everything you said today. Like, well, the one I didn't do, I pointed at. Like right here, went through, popped off all those at every branch. Popped off the big leaves. Just get them ready to be pulled apart and fucking done up there. Yeah, that girl's going under that Low Pro Max 660.
Right.
I'll wait until I can almost slap it off with like my finger, just like tap it and it falls off. You know, it's like the leaf is barely.
I'm way more aggressive. I'm like the eagle on that one with the main stalk ones because, and someone was talking about, I don't know, you may have mentioned it, that something about how the leaves get older and they get less efficient as the newer
it's
ones.
True.
Yeah, anytime they get red stemmed, snap them bitches.
Yep.
So that right there is a thing.
I also like the really low growth, the lower growth, like that would never develop. I wait until after the stretch, and then I start to clear that stuff out because my space was fairly short. So I feel like if I went in the past when I pruned it, it made the stretch accelerate. So I would let the stretch finish. I let the bud set begin, and when the stretching is like pretty much done, that's when I go through and clear out all the bottom. It's usually like kind of like the mango tech, like 21 and day 42. So you basically get an end of stretch strip and then a basically end of flower strip, which is like, you're taking off the big leaves and just finishing it up, clean it up basically before harvest. Not giving yourself any risk with too much leaf material in there. Basically just got little baseball bats at the end.
A little bit of that I think is kind of fucking strain dependent too. You can't necessarily go in and use that method on every strain. Some strains need that energy to, push on, and some strains you can use that method to slow down. If you want to control it a little bit, you can use it in that aspect as well. But not every girl can follow the same exact method like that.
No, I totally agree.
I kind of talked about the lollipop thing too, doing the same thing, trimming up that lowers in certain cases. If I know this a plant's going to be a stretcher and I'm going to grow her upright and not kind of pull her down like this girl, then I'll leave a lot of that undergrowth on there. The shit that you normally lollipop early on, I'll leave that under there. Leave that growth to kind of hog up some energy to kind of keep her squat a little bit. And then, week 2, late 3, or early 3, go in there and just pull everything back after she's kind of completed the stretch. Then let that bud grow, that energy go to bud growth. But and then there's the other case though too. You may want that girl to stretch, so you may want to clean her up, week before in veg. So when she does go into flower, she does shoot a little higher than she normally would. So there's ways of controlling, your methods to use controlling your flower for sure.
Well, and ideally it'd be from clone for most people, but I grow from seed pretty much every single time. And I would rather, like with Macinios, it was a mother of berries, which I think is a pretty indica growth plant, crossed with Northern Lights that he back crossed twice. And Northern Lights is a pretty squat plant as well. So it stayed so squat that I use that method because that's like the method that works well for me. And it didn't stretch a ton. It stayed a really short squatty plant. But with my LEDs and like the way my tent's set up, I guess I'd rather have it stay small. Maybe it could have gotten bigger and I would have gotten more yield out of it. But that small compact plant actually yielded similar to what some of my larger plants do because the buds were so thick and dense. So it didn't end up like hurting me. But if I grow the plants too large in my situation, I can grow up into the lights. Like the one time I grew a Femme Blue Dream from Humboldt Seeds and I was stripping the bottoms pretty aggressively and it 4x'd and it went from like 11 inches to 44 inches from when I flipped it. So it grew up into the light and it was to the point where back then I was running ceramic metal halide and it burnt some of the buds up and I had to cut it back and just pull it down. And I got, a pretty good amount of weight, but it was fairly larfy and made most of it into hash. And it was actually good hash. So I'm not complaining too much, but I would have rather every other harvest I've had since that point in that tent, I've kind of undershot the range side and rather just like line another one up. I'm not quite perpetual, but I try to keep a good, system of popping seeds consistently. So I have another thing ready and waiting to just similar to Tao, I guess, but not, as many plants at different times.
You guys snap those down. It's better just, whether it's stress or not,
Super crop them.
Holy
Dude, I was
shit.
super. If you saw the Blue Dream, man, I was super cropping it every day, and that shit's still 4x in height. It was crazy as hell. Humboldt Seeds Blue Dream, that shit's crazy. In cocoa, with regular feeding every day, that shit was bananas. In 3-gallon pots, and I vegged it for 60 days. It was like literally 11-inch little bush, and it just quadrupled in size every which way. Like I had 2 scrogs at all times. I had to cut them off, put another 2 scrogs up, cut them off. I was just like bending it over. That was it had to be a super silver haze in that, because they took Shanti Baba from Mr. Nice Seed Bank. They took his super silver haze and they crossed it with DJ Short's blueberry. They make their FEMs by doing 2 strains cross to each other, because they had a lot of herm issues when they took the same strain onto itself, like S1ing. So they found better results doing like taking one female and crossing it to another female. But with that said, that Humboldt Seeds Blue Dream, it's not the official Blue Dream like the Santa Cruz Haze crossed the DJ's blueberry, but it has pretty similar tasting and smelling phenos, and the growth is absolutely insane. So it yields really well. So I'd say it's a good representation of Blue Dream from seed if anybody out there is looking, because I know a lot of people actually want that. And a lot of people don't think that Humboldt Seed Organization is like the best, but I respect both them and Humboldt Seed Company. And full disclosure, I was a tester afterwards. After I grew that Blue Dream, Humboldt Seed Organization said, hey, we're reaching out to testers. So I applied. They picked me, and I grew their Sour 76 and Platinum Yeti F3, which I enjoyed both of, but I got them for free. So I don't want to be like sell out. It was an interesting plant to grow, but it just doesn't work great in my environment. And it's not worth like the headache of fighting that much stretch. Like I wouldn't grow it again. I gave those seeds away to people who have more space. So, and also enjoy that type of medicine. Shout out to Skilbo One and the late sesh, which Eagle is a courteous gentleman and takes that time to give a break. And it's always the wormhole on Monday nights.
I actually felt bad for going early this week because of the tribute episode. But
yeah,
you know, what the fuck can you do? It falls where it falls. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. February 1st.
I'll
It's
be back to
February 1st.
schedule next week. Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be back to schedule next week. But I hope they understood that over there. But you know what I mean? I do try to be politer to them guys over there.
Yeah. Can't worry too much. Skibbo's a good dude. I'm glad that I've been able to share genetics with a few guys in Michigan, and you've shared genetics with me. The cannabis community has been great to me, and I've tried to give as much as I back as I can. I've helped like literally thousands of growers in DMs. It's crazy to think that I've actually like fucking answered that many fucking DMs. I scrolled through one day and I was like, this list is never fucking ending. It's all different people, but you help them out for a certain amount of time, and then they get it, and then you never fucking hear from them again, and then they'll be like, hey, look, I'm growing dank now. Like sending you fucking screenshots of their best buds and everything, and you feel like a proud coach. Like the free internet consulting that you do that changes people's lives in a real way. The one dude who's a viewer, Manov Wadi, shout out to that dude. He sent me pictures every fucking day, and I was stoked as hell for him because it was a tiny little setup just for his personal little thing, but it really made a big advancement in his life where he was at. And I don't want to say any more really, but like I was able to help him with one thing that like it was going really well. It almost went sour. I helped him fix it, and then it just went fucking cruise control the rest of the way, and he got a killer harvest. I think it might have been his first time, and for the quality he was able to achieve over there, it was like not even something that's available in the spot that he's at. So it was like a big deal, and now he's doing a little bit bigger things, and he's just like one of many people that myself and all of you have done. Tao and Eagle with this show, and Tommy coming on. It's like everybody sharing their knowledge, and this whole community is literally growing. We're all getting better every single year. I believe that. Like we might have a crop where we fall back a little bit or make some mistakes or have shit go awry. Like fucking, you get Jack sending you seeds and they herm on you, so you got fucking seeds. But I think maybe Eagle will find a fucking gem in those seeds. Who knows? I wouldn't be afraid of growing them myself. If you want to send them to me, I'll fucking grow some of them out, see what they look like. But if you want to keep them all for yourself, I'd be perfectly happy with that too. It'd be cool to kind of see how they grow next to the F2, next to the F3, next to the F1, and some of the different crosses. The S1 of the F2.
Oh my
Yeah, they all came out pretty good too. Only had one or two white ones so far. Just while I've
Nice.
got the mic real quick, I want to say that shout out to everybody, man. I missed doing the shout outs the last couple of nights. I know that shit sounds weird, but fucking, I do have my alarm set for 4:20. So every time the fucking alarm went off the last 2 nights, I've been like, I should be doing the shout outs. But you guys have been missed. I have missed you guys the last couple of days. No that shit. So, shout out to you guys. Cheers.
I'm about to take a dab. It's 20. And then I'm going to go to bed.
Is it 20?
And-
Holy fuck, It is a 20.
Oh my
I
God.
don't have an alarm set for that 20.
God.
I'm like, I think it was Tommy from Detroit Nutrient Company. I'm just dabbing on the 20s naturally now, I guess.
I just did. I mean, I just take hits all the day. Peace out. Peace, chat.
Yep.
So,
I'm heading out after
cheers,
this one.
Hulko. So,
I'm already
I want
emotional.
to fucking, damn. Patrick was talking about today, like the old school days of being out, talking cannabis in the grow stores and getting kicked out. I actually didn't get escorted out, but I think I was close to there too the other day. And it was funny because it was like my normal grow store, but like the normal cats that are there weren't there. And so like there was a new couple that I had never seen. Cheers to you, 42420 Art Throw. And I'd never seen them there before. And I could have swore that Detroit knew. Well, I know they sell the water only there, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted one of Tommy's fucking the mushroom bags. Want to get one of them and fucking see what that was about too. So I asked, and man, the two fucking people that were in there, and then the other people. It was funny because like the people behind me were all like, "Yeah," you know what I mean. And the fucking people that were working there must have been maybe store representatives, like higher ups, managers, maybe. But man, as soon as I said something about it being for the mushrooms, they were like, "What do you mean, CO2 bags?" And I'm like, kinda. It said it's just a medium. It's just a medium bag. That's all it is. There's nothing in it. It's just a medium. That's all it is. And they were like, fucking, no, we do not sell that or nothing related. And I was like, jeez.
You just tell them it's for tissue culture. They don't know what's going on.
Tell them it's for blue oysters.
Yeah.
Then we live in Ann Arbor.
That's the thing. They didn't even give me the opportunity.
Oh man, that's weird, dude.
Completely negative on the subject. But
You got to go right direct to the
could be
source.
any kind.
Hit Tommy up, ask him where they're
did.
stocking it. Good.
I did. He was like, where are you at? Anywhere near Cadillac? And then he hit me up again. He's like, dude, just give me your fucking address. I'll be happy to send you some shit and some swag. And I'm like, sure, that works too. Sure, that works too. So he did say he'd hook me up with one.
All right,
shout
y'all.
out to Tommy and Detroit Nutrients.
Peace
You
and
out
love.
already?
I am, dude. I got things to do's. Gotta make sure these books are officially all sent out. I'm doing it in waves. Don't want to overwhelm the post office. But yeah, they're coming. They're coming, people. It's a lot of fucking shipping.
I can't
Jack's
wait,
gonna
dude.
go
Awesome.
autopilot. He's gonna get drove around by his
No,
With-
see, now it's
and
just a
I will
book,
say
though,
none of,
Jack.
like-
Did you look into bulk shipping?
bulk shipping.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to individuals. So like,
Yeah, but it's still a company. You can go to them, hey man, I got 100 of these fuckers to send out. Got some deals for me? I would.
oh
I'd
yeah,
walk right in
no,
the
I got
post
good
office and be
prices.
like, hey man,
I'm using a
got some
service
deals.
that contracts with the post office. So the prices are really good in the US. International, I fucked myself, but it is what it is. I gave the international people a really good deal, unfortunately to myself. So that ate into, a lot, whatever. It is what it is. They're going out still no matter what.
Yeah,
And I thought I could use media mail internationally, and that just didn't turn out to be the case. International shipping is more expensive, but so
$20.
roughly, yeah. So thankfully, most people are in the U.S., but it is what it is. And some of the people in the U.S. bought 2 books, so like even saved me in like the slips, like little envelopes I'm mailing it in. So throw 2 in the same package. So I'm excited for people to get them. It's a big investment of time and money and work. So I really believe people are going to enjoy it, and I want to get them into your hands. I signed all of them. The one thing I got more copies because the printer fucked up. I ordered 140, they delivered 135, and they're like, "All right, we'll give you X amount more because these copies had quality issues, so we're going to give you, X amount more for free." And then they were supposed to show up on it one day. They didn't show up on that day. So then they're like, "All right, we're going to give you another 12 or some shit." So I was like, well, fuck, it's only an extra day, but it just setback after setback, So then when you have to go and sign 145 books with a personal note and a name and
Dude, it's
pack it.
the first one. You live and learn, man.
Yep.
Gotta start somewhere, brother.
Yep. It is a legit business, man. Everything. Like I hate to say it, but like even right now, this is technically like considered marketing. I'm not looking at it as that. But like being on here, like this is like building your brand and like connecting with the community and all that bullshit. But more so, I learned like how to like, take all the addresses, print the labels, like fucking pack it up, what it costs, how all the process going. Editing the book is something I never would have thought. Formatting the book would take so long, but I figured out ways to improve it. But yeah, you're learning like sales, printing, business, like a whole bunch of, it's just like cannabis. There's like so many things involved in it. You're not just growing, you're learning like electrical, you're learning IPM and like biology
Writing the
and shit that
book's
applies
one
to
thing,
soil.
marketing's another. You're
Yep.
right, brother.
A lot of people write books that don't sell. 95% of books don't sell 100 copies. I feel blessed to have a community that supported me and bought over 100 copies. That to me is like mind blowing. Like the average, like to be in the top 5% in my first book ever. And you guys
got good
have never even
subject
seen.
matter, Jack.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, no, but you have great insights, dude. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
I would go grab a copy, but they're all packaged up in a fucking box across the house that I'm trying as fast as I can to get out of my house because you can imagine 145 books takes up a good amount of space in boxes. It's like 5 boxes stacked as high as me almost. So you can imagine my wife doesn't want them to be hanging around here. So trust, I'll get them out as soon as possible.
It's at the newsstand at the airport. Well, if you guys didn't get a copy.
Well, the first few I've gotten, there's some of them have been shipped. Some of them have been shipped. I just need to make sure that the people at the post office actually are like, because when you prepay for it, like I pay for it, so when I print the label, I can just drop it off at the post office and they ship it. I don't have to talk to the person or whatever. And I just wanted to make sure because it's media mail that everything is good. Because like I want to do a small sample before I just drop off 145. You know what I mean? I don't want to risk it all and just be like, oh, here's 145. Like, good luck. Like, hope they all get there. So I'm doing the international in a batch, and then lumps of people here in the U.S. Yeah. So tomorrow, a bunch will be going out.
I was more or less saying that it'll be at like you know what I mean, at like the newsstand. It's gonna blow up. Yeah, They'll just be
Yeah, man.
printing.
Well, I feel like it's almost like crazy to say, but I wish I would have printed more now because I sold out, and now I feel bad because I'm gonna have to tell people, hey, I don't have copies for you, and you want one. So like, that's another thing with business I'm gonna have to consider in the future, like printing more.
No
'Cause
worries.
the more you print, the less it costs. So
There'll be one available on eBay for $1,000 signed in a couple of weeks. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I'm gonna do this for the people who don't get a copy. I'm gonna do a second edition, but it's not gonna be much changes, just fixing typos. And if anybody yells at me for using their strain, I'll take them out of the book and replace them. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So second edition is just gonna be basically typo fixing, and I'm gonna release that, some extra copies of that when I release 50 strains of purple at the end of the year, because I'm already working on that right now. I've got most of the strains picked out. I just gotta get the photos and do all the research. But getting that list is half the battle.
I can read the headlines now. Unknown author enters the New York Times bestseller list with his first offering. 50 Shades of Green by Jack
Strains.
Greenstock.
50 strains of green.
50 Strains of Green.
You'll know it once you get the book in your hand. But you know what's funny is the whole bestseller thing is kind of that's all. What bestseller isn't particularly like per category, and they isn't a single metric typically. Like you could be an Amazon bestseller.
That's how
This
come
one
there's
dude,
thousands of New York Times top 10 bestseller list.
Yeah, it's all bought shit anyway. It's just, it's all predetermined.
Yeah. I honestly, even if I didn't make a dime on it,
before the books wrote,
I just wanted to get the information to the people and preserve it.
List. Like
I'm a bestseller in my own heart.
Like a risky, in like a risque kind of like pose, because it's going off the 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, the book just kind of laid back with the book, covered him up and shit. 50 Shades of Green,
like tied up by a plant, like entangled in cannabis plants. Like rope tied.
Yeah, there's hemp rope. Hemp rope, though. Yeah. That's probably a good niche market. I'm gonna start my own hemp rope S&M bondage site.
Write this down. Write this down. Tal.
Hemp whips. Tal's gonna make hemp whips.
There you go. Now we're talking.
You nailed it, Eagle.
Just the rub.
Hemp paddles.
Honestly, Tal, you got to make the cookies a thing, but you could actually probably do the hemp whips earlier because where you're at, it'd be less regulated. That's the one reason to work in hemp. The cookies thing, I really do think Tao's like we joke about this, but like whenever it goes federally legal and whenever they allow like the farmers market shit to happen, you're gonna be making cookies that you could sell at a fucking farmers market that people are gonna love. Tao's medicated cookies, and people are gonna love them. I believe that in our lifetime that's gonna happen. I really do. I think in the next 10, 15 years, hopefully where you live, it'll be legal enough that all of us can go back to that direct to consumer, grow it, process it how you want to, and sell it to the people. They do it with fruit, vegetables, and all sorts of other shit.
We're there. I think we're there right now.
We went back. We used to have it here. We used to have it in California. We still have we have a thing called the San Diego Cannabis Farmers Market, but it's not actually like a farmers market of cannabis. They do like cups and shit. But we used to actually have, Tommy, you probably saw it out here. They used to have fucking booths and shit where you could just come.
Yeah, genetics farmers market. I saw a couple of those advertised. People
like Gene Traders does an event.
Yeah.
But that's it. I really got to get going to bed.
I think.
Peace and love, y'all.
Jack,
thanks for having me,
Peace
Eagle.
out,
Tommy.
Jack.
Hey, Jack. I'm sorry. I was stuffing my
Eagle,
fist.
always good, man. Peace and love.
Have a good one.
Always.
Please. Tal, I think you got a niche there. Besides the cookies there, I think you can make a killing in the fucking sex toy market. Everything cannabis. Everything made out of cannabis. Just
hypoallergenic
dildos, the whole shot. Fucking all cannabis plastic and shit. I'm telling you, probably been selling that shit.
All right.
You're probably right.
I think I gotta go too.
It's probably a thing already. Let's fucking Google that shit.
I mean,
Oh man.
Right.
Sure.
I got the monkeys real bad. I think I gotta go too.
I bet you we could find testers too.
There's no way I'm making it till 420. Yeah, no way.
You don't got to post to your IG. You just got to hit my DMs with the photos of the testes.
There you go.
All right, guys. So at least I didn't rap tonight.
You can fucking rap anytime you want, man. That shit
Yeah,
was
well,
fucking awesome, man.
I've
Shit
been
was
thinking
awesome.
about some things, some ways to rap, put it in the little lyrics, but I don't think I'm coming on there and just freestyling it. Oh man.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good, dude.
Well, it wasn't that good, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. I listened back. It was it was a moment. It was a classic moment. I wouldn't say it was good. The best musical guest. You've only had a couple
I'll
of
give you
musical
that.
guests. What do you have? A handful? Or a handful of
I've
musicians?
only had one on here perform live. That'd be you, brother.
Kazoo. Kazoo, if you want to kazoo
Because
perform live.
Oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing
I
go
almost
live.
forgot Kazoo. Why do I always fucking forget Kazoo?
I don't know
God
how you can
damn
forget
it.
it, man.
I know he's a cool dude, man.
He's an artiste. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I
dude.
know he'd be
That was
pumping
like a
that shit out too.
hidden talent. Yeah. Boom.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, just like a
No, he's
vision,
good.
just smoking. It seems like that should take some time, man.
I
Got some
mean,
talent though, man.
yeah,
That
there's no
shit's
way
fucking.
I can't draw. I wrote a book when I was a kid, and then the book was like real good, whatever. And they were gonna put it in this some state park. It was like a book about Indians, and then I was supposed to illustrate the book, and I just didn't do it, man. My dad was like an artist, you know what I'm saying? He would, you know what I'm saying? It was like a tattoo, he used to do tattoos and all that. But not me. It didn't transfer. You know what I'm saying? I can't really draw.
I can a little bit, but it's long gone. It's long gone. At one time, I wanted to be like an engineer. That was all more,
Magic.
rulers and shit, not necessarily just freestyle drawing or whatever.
Right. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna check out. I'm real hungry, and I don't want to just sit here eating for another longer. But hey, man, it's good to come back on and hang out.
Anytime.
Good seeing you, Tommy.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna get a good picture. Should be posting it tomorrow. You're next on the line. I've been trying to go down the line on my Instagram, post some
Cool,
of my
bro.
latest nug shots. You know what I'm saying? Dried up, ready to smoke.
Right.
The nug of the morning, the wake and bake nug, or whatever you want to call it. So it was fun hanging out, guys. I'll probably be seeing you guys real soon on the scene here. As soon as there's an event, I'm going. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna get my shot. I'm going.
Fucking, 'tis the season, man. They'll be coming full force, man. Shit, the bars and everything, man, up here fucking popping, man. Ever since they broke loose, man, they fucking
It's getting
no fucks
crazy. People are
given.
getting lax now. People are getting a little lax. Damn. Slow down. All right. You guys have a good night. Everyone in Chatlandia and all that. It was fun hanging out. Everyone have a good night. Do
Peace out,
something
Tommy.
nice
Take
for
care, Tommy.
somebody. Stay safe, everyone. Peace out.
You know what? You go. I think I'm going to get going too. I'll let you have an early night and get some shit done.
I probably won't go early, but you're all good.
Uh,
So what? I do appreciate you hanging out, though, Tal. Man, it's been fucking
all right.
at least
I'm here, no
300 some
worries.
episodes, man. Oh,
There's
how
only
many?
one
How
really,
often can you
really,
say
really,
that?
really, really good one. I guess two really, really, really good ones. Halloween and my episode.
Well, true that. True that.
No, dude, you had some
Oh, good.
classics on, dude. Some classic ones that were awesome. And some like sleepers, like you wouldn't think it was gonna be that good, but it was killer. A couple of them.
Man, I tell you what, it's getting easier to get guests. I don't know what it is, but it's like getting a lot easier to, reach out to some folks. And you know what, man? I fucking seen Rob Moore. I keep forgetting to reach out to Rob Moore.
Yeah,
I seen somebody else posted something up today about one of his
I don't
cartoons. I
know
was
if
like,
he has
shit.
IG though. I don't know if he has IG. I hit him
No,
up.
they didn't post a link.
Yeah,
It was Mendo Dope, and no,
that's
they
what would
didn't
make
drop a
it
link.
so. It would make it a lot easier. So
Well, if you know it, can you reach out to him? Do you know how to reach out
yeah,
to him?
yeah. I got his
Obviously
email
now.
address. I got his email.
Well, just
I
give
got
him
his.
my email address,
All right.
or vice versa.
Yeah, because he's kind of like, I don't know if he's shy or what, but he's not like super. But yeah, I say the
Tell him
thing
we
of
can
the
do.
PDF,
If
right?
he wants to do just if he just wants to do an audio, or we can do an audio if you don't want to
Oh
get in
yeah,
front of the camera.
well, right. That's why IG is so easy when people are on IG, But that's okay. I'll hit him
Oh,
up. I'll shoot him out an email and I'll give him yours. EagleGardens1@gmail.com, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Ancient. It's funny. You're never gonna get away from that. He's like ancient soul says Vin Diesel demand. True. You're never gonna shake it, man. As long as you're hiding behind the thing. I'm
If he
still not
had,
convinced.
if he
I
had,
still
like
think
he,
you had a stand in.
like how Arnold Schwarzenegger has, "I'll be back" or whatever. Like Vin Diesel doesn't have like a tagline, really, right? Not one everybody thinks of. No, I got to get me one. I mean, he's got
Good
to get
movies,
himself
though.
one.
Yeah, there you go. He's like, shit. Where's my agent, motherfucker? Dude, you fucking up.
Yeah, they should have made one like Not Fast Enough.
Triple X.
Triple X. Not Fast Enough.
I'll try not to remember you as the nanny, though.
Well, he hasn't moved yet.
I think so. Yeah,
nanny.
he's a babysitter or some shit like that. I remember he's got like a kid strapped to him. Yeah, I'll try not to remember that episode. That movie, yeah. It's all good other than that. That could be a good one. I don't know. Maybe it is. Can't catch them all.
So yeah, Eagle. What do you do with your bubble water hash water?
I feed it to my plants. I always have. I've done it for a long time.
Do you give it to them straight or do you cut it?
I would go 50-50. I like to let it sit out until it's at least warm, room temperature. I don't like to shock them with it.
Bro, it was
and
so
that's
cold.
The phase too.
Water.
You got to watch the phase too. You don't want to do it like right. You want to do it like anywhere up to like 4 or 5 in flower, anytime in veg. Yeah. But you give it that last like week. If you're in like your final weeks and you're like in that water only phase, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a nice shot of turds. Right. Yeah, but it'll like kind of put it back into like a quick veg phase. It'll make them top of the buds want to start over again. So
I think you're right. That shit
in the last few weeks.
I did exactly like you're saying. because I always I didn't always, but the first time I ever used it on my plants, I was like, holy shit, man, what a difference it makes. They all
Love it,
perked
don't
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. I went to go use it, like, holy shit, it's so fucking cold. So I had to wait. And then, but I've been cutting it. But if you don't use it in like a week, it starts getting a little funky. Because I end up with quite a bit, man. I have a 5 gallon. I have like 20 more gallons at least of that water. Yeah.
I liked
30.
the thing. The Brandon thing I seen from Brandon Russ one time interests me too was he was talking about PGRs, and he was talking about canvas based PGRs when basically do your leaf stripping and hurry up and grind them. They produced a hormone, that hormone that you needed. I thought that was fucking cool as fuck. Basically took them off, grinded them, and it made them like kind of sending out a stress signal to where they made that in particular growth hormone, and then you instantly made like a tea, and then watered it back in.
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's
Fresh.
Yeah, I thought so
fresh,
too.
Fresh mashed tea. I feed all that shit.
There was one thing he was sending them all through a wood chipper, the freshly defoliated leaves. I always say de-leaf, and I know that shit's wrong, but I don't know why I prefer de-leafing over defoliating. Probably just because it's shorter.
Yeah, I like de-leafing too. It's we know what we're talking about.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them things. Some people tomato. I don't care. I know. Yeah, I'm with you. We know what we're talking about.
That's right.
One to the other. We got it.
Either or is gonna work. But yeah, I feed all that shit mostly to my worms. Which yeah, I got into the swing, man. I told you, right? I've been leaving the lower half of the containers and just planting on top of that filling in like what I take out with fresh. The fresh new mix of the same stuff,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out some worm bins and getting trying that out this year. I might even get ballsy, sneak a plant somewhere.
What do you end up doing with all your leaves?
Throw them right the fuck out.
Into the garbage?
Throw them right the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah. I try to plant it around dump days too, so they're not like fucking too stinking. That's the first bag right on the top too. Because I don't have a garbage man. I have to take mine. So when I pull up, that's the first bag, man. The one that goes right in first, and then I throw the garbage right on top of it.
Put on top,
right? Wave, and I'm fucking out of there.
I got you.
But I've actually thought about if they didn't stink as bad as they, they would be nice to throw out there and fucking.
You go get a worm bin.
Compost them. Yeah,
get a worm
compost
bin.
Them at minimum.
Dude, make a worm bin. If you do it right, if you bury everything and nothing smells, dude. It doesn't smell at all. They disappear, bro. The worms make them disappear into blackness. That is awesome.
Black gold.
Yes, black gold, dude.
That's curious. The beeper's going off. The driveway beeper.
You a beeper? You got cameras out there?
Yeah. That's actually just picked up the phone to look.
Yeah.
Sure, it's fucking a deer. Trying to find somewhere to fucking stay warm. And fuckers, take this for what it's worth. Them fucking deer know where my septic is and fucking roll around in that shit. Explain that nature to me. Because I don't get it.
It's probably warmer.
No, they actually like there's days I'll get up and right where the tank's at. Yeah, I'm sure it's warm there. You're exactly right there. But they'll be like where they just lay on their back and just almost right to the dirt. It's like, what the fuck? First time I seen it, I was like, huh? What the fuck? Huh? Every time I'd still see it, I'm still like, what do they see in it? What the fuck are they getting out of that other than maybe a little warmth?
I don't
Hell,
know.
maybe they're hunkered down like that all night and I just don't know it.
Is that land more bare? Is that like rocks that could scratch their back on? What's up, Green 13?
Cheers. I don't think he can hear us
I don't
yet.
think he can hear us yet.
I hear us. No rocks there though.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Hash water I just put straight in. But it would have sat out for like 48 hours, like Eagle says, because it'll be bloody cold. What's going on? You've been missing, Eagle.
Fucking stoned.
Just crazy shit. It's like somebody
knew it
just
would be,
driving
brother.
down the road. A little bit of fucking crazy bullshit, a little bit of life. Trying to get my garden back into good check. And, you know, didn't have a couple guests, multiple days, and just little this, little that. I don't like counting on everybody. You know what I mean? To help fill the gap when I don't have guests there. And take it for what it's worth. When this first started, I got like 50 messages a day. And currently I get maybe one. And that's about it. Other than the people,
one.
you were the one. Yesterday, last couple of days, actually, I think in total, I think I've gotten like 4 messages. And then the last MIA Tao sent me one. Gotta give Tao some credit. He did give me an MIA. What's up, brother?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I used to get them from like everybody there, like every day. Hello, how you doing and shit.
Well,
and,
you did explain. You're like, you explained it one night. You explained it one night. You're like, you know, I might not make it one night or whatever. Some people understand. They don't want to pressure you, I think. And, you know, that's probably why. And it wasn't like...
I think you're hanging around with Tao too much. People are backing away.
I wasn't like, why eat you on? I was like, I hope you're all right, boys. You know? Yeah.
No, basically what I'm saying is, you know, you just more not having to count on or know, you know, what's going on. But, yeah, I don't know. More so, I actually think Lexus gets more messages from everybody than I do. What's going on with your dad? Is he up? He's all backdoored.
Cool. Yeah.
Most of the messages I'd get today are like the ones I'm reaching out to prosperous guests, shit like that. And the last couple nights, I just kind of figured, well, fucking, this is straight up. I don't ever cut no shit with you guys. I'm always usually very candid. I was like, man, what the fuck, man? Everybody else kind of does their thing once in a while, and I don't point no fingers. So what the fuck if I take a day off and do my shit and go different directions? I see it, but
there you go. That's fine, dude. You're fine.
Fuck it. You know, they take care of theirs. I'm gonna take care of mine. The other thing that's kind of, you know, bummed me out as of late is this is my stance, and this again, I'm being very blunt, and this is how I feel. You know, I don't usually cut the shit with anybody. I'm usually straightforward because I like to know where I stand with everybody, even if it's a fuck you. You know what I mean? I would rather have somebody just fuck you. I don't like you. Fuck you. I don't like you. Then I go, That dude don't like me. But you know, I just
If you
I
come
don't
round
know.
my house, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Well, this is my thing on it is like basically I respect everybody that comes on the show. And I hope you think you guys will know this to be true. In most cases, I'll let anybody come on, say whatever the fuck they want to say. I totally respect them. Try to nod my head, not fucking disagree or whatever. Let it come and go. And then people are welcome the very next day if I gave a shit or not. You know what I mean? But then again, I found out as of late, the shoe doesn't fit on the other foot. You know, if I do kind of go out and voice something myself, man, it fucking sends people packing in the fuck you direction in droves. There's no like, okay, he was a dick yesterday. We're gonna tune in again tomorrow. It's more like, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. I ain't never coming back, bitch. So that's kind of, you know, I see that and as of late, and I'm like, man, it's discouraging. It can be discouraging. So that was
It
partly
can
my
it,
attitude
it
yesterday.
can be. I wouldn't be discouraged if I were you. Your show follows a man called Subcool, who was definitely someone who was rough and smooth, and I'm sure there were many people who were like, "Fuck you, I'm not coming back." But guess what? The good people did, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Fuck, that was one of the highest rated or highest viewed episodes I've had in a long
I went
time
back.
on
I
a
went back and
fucking
watched it
Monday
yesterday.
night. I couldn't believe it. And all if thumbs up, I haven't even looked at the thumbs down. I think there was a few. There was zero backlash, absolutely zero backlash. To be honest with you, on that episode. Prior to the episode, I did get a couple of DMs. You know, kind of. I wish you wouldn't do this. And if they did have hard feelings on that in particular issue, they didn't voice them. To be honest with you, nobody. In fact, it was quite the other way. I got more DMs saying, you know, thank you for helping put it back together than anything. So and that was the whole point is was kind of put the community back together. And we think in some ways it helped. By the way, if and again, I'm not saying bridges are all mended 100% by any means, but Miss Jill's sister did die like the next day. So
Mm.
wouldn't hurt to extend her, you know, goodwill or whatever. So yeah, I found that out today. It's like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, it was great to see TC again, though.
Yeah,
TCDR.
he's a good dude.
Dude, I heard Screech died recently.
Yeah, 44, cancer, stage 4.
Damn, son. He didn't need an edible every day now, did he?
Makes me want to have some. That's for damn sure.
Telling you, everybody who's in my earshot should fucking eat a potent cannabis edible before they go to sleep every night. You don't have to be all fucked up during the day. Do it before you go to well, maybe a couple hours before you go to sleep, so you don't wake up fucking. Well, if you eat a half a cookie, don't eat the whole thing. But yeah, I totally believe that shit, man. It staves off fucking all bad shit. Knock on wood.
You're right. Yeah, there's been a couple others this week too. I can't name them right off the top of my head, but yeah, there's been a few of them.
Oh yeah, that's
dropped off
right.
just this week, man.
Who was that? Someone I was watching. They were saying how good an edible, or yeah, you got to do the edible.
I don't think that's what he's talking about. I think he was talking about some more deaths.
A couple more deaths this week on top. Well, famous deaths.
Oh,
whatever that's worth.
Yeah, there was somebody else that I remember them telling me he died.
We lost a dude called Captain Tom. So big up Captain Tom. He's a dude who raised 33 million walking around his garden for COVID. And he was 100 years old.
Oh, man. I don't know. You would think, yeah, what? That's another fucking 51. Holy shit. That'd be another 51. Yeah, I better start eating my cookies.
Yeah.
That's all you need. No worries.
So that's a funny subject. At one point, do you lose the thrill, the zest of life? Damn, there goes that fucking beeper again. What
Was that your
at what
camera?
point do you that's the driveway. There's a sensor pointing straight down the driveway to the road.
Never.
No, I mean, where do you, well, there might be a point. I mean,
What's the
if you're
question? Say it out
hurting,
loud.
or
Whoa. What's the
when
point?
do you lose the zest of life? When does the fucking come in? You
What?
think? Is there a fuck it? As long as
Depends
you
how
wake
much.
up, you're still good.
I'm on the flip, right? So I spent 45 years trying to kill myself or destroy myself, and now I'm going to spend 45 years trying to save myself. That's my 90. So, yeah, I think that's how it goes. Like, you're reckless as a child, and you're like, you put it out and burn it down, and then suddenly you're like, shit. And so I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to get to that place that you're talking about, or that I've already been there, and now I'm like, oh, no, this is good.
I think the Dalai Lama said the most ironic thing about humans is they spend all their health trying to obtain money, and then when they start losing their health, they use all their money trying to get their health back, but you can't.
That's it. Perfect. You said it perfect.
I've been a rebel from the fucking system since I was a kid, man. I'm telling you. So after I grew that first plant and I started growing weed, when I realized how good weed was and how bad the government made it seem, like the Dare campaign and Reagan and everything, that's when I said, fuck whatever they say, man. That's total. Why would they fucking not let me have this weed, dudes? That's when I just said, fuck them all, dude. I don't believe anything at all. That's what happened. And since then, yeah, I've been in my own little world.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, I seriously think you should do the cookie thing. Both, I think you and Johnny should collaborate. Damn, there that thing goes again. I might have to take a look. I didn't look at the camera anyway. You guys should collaborate there for an idea. I think you should both, because he said at one point in his life he wanted to do a cookie, like a pre-bake cookie idea. And I told him that night, I said, you needed 21 that idea and fucking make pre-made cannabis cookies. So all you have to do is take them and bake them home fresh. You know what I mean? Just like the ones you buy in the store, the pre-cut ones, like that, but all THC infused already. But I think you should, between the two of them, your cookie, or even your cookie in both forms, just kind of give him a nod because you're doing it in the pre-baked form. You know what I mean? Offered cooked and pre-baked cookies there. I think you'd be all right, man.
That's a good idea.
And then to revert back to what we were talking about earlier, if you were going to dip your fingers into the sexy market there, you make you some edible THC panties. No, don't. I'm not done with the fucking towel cookie right over the cookie, and then you get Limp Bizkit to fucking sing, I did it all for the cookie. Soul and soul. I want to buy some.
He's got it all laid out. That's awesome, dude.
I think I can find somebody to fit him.
We could probably get someone to give us $500,000 to get that going. What's
Go
up,
sell that
Byron?
on Shark Tank. That'd be a funny sell right there. I just want to sell cannabis related fucking sex
Underwear.
Underwear.
Lingerie.
Yeah. Oh. That's funny. Why not? Modern Genetics, what's up? Cheers, man.
Cheers. I was worried about you the last couple of days, but I'm like, Tyler, I didn't want to call you. I don't want to make you feel like you have to be on here every day.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take a day off, fine, take a day off. Fuck, we don't care. I don't want to pressure you, dude. I mean, but I definitely was, worried about where you're at, wondering what, everything's okay.
At some of the
I didn't want
point,
to
there
call
was
you,
like
buddy.
a thought of it too, like the Zen thought of, what is a streak? What's a streak mean? What's streak mean? Streak don't fucking mean nothing. You know what I mean? Consecutive episodes, who gives a fuck about that? You know what I mean? Should be.
We don't care.
Ask Roger Maris and Babe Ruth. No, I'm messing with you.
Right. Well, never started
I
out to be
guarantee
this
you.
well. Yeah, I guess it did. I did say every day, didn't I? God damn it. Right to
What
the
is
guy
the-
I said every day to.
What's the record?
Right
You
to
still
the
might.
fucking guy I said every day to. Oh, no. I was pretty close. I've been pretty close. Just 2, 3
You
days.
did do every day. You did do every day. Until it wasn't every day. You didn't say how long you were going to do every day.
Yeah,
Been
I
every
did
day for a
1,000
long
episodes.
fucking time.
I actually did. I said 1,000 episodes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oops.
Goddamn
Wow.
modern genetics making me spill my coffee all over the
That's the thing.
carpet.
That's
What
what
did
they
I do?
call it.
I'm freaking 1,000 miles away from you, and it's my fault.
Got up to say hello or something. Fucking Twitch.
You'd make a horrible witness, Eagle. No, actually, I did. I did say every day. Actually, I did. I did say 1,000 days. It's all good, brother. You had double episodes a couple times. The
That's
average.
what I was getting ready to say too.
There you go.
Was
Average
1,000
every day.
episodes what I said.
Ah.
Now I intend to do 1,000 episodes. I do not intend to renege on that. But I could, if things got in a pinch, I've kind of got the sleight of hand musician kind of thing. Is I've got 315 right now, but if you figure in 315.5. Now you've got 630.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's okay. Anyway, that's okay. Jesus Christ, you got enough to do.
But I don't intend to play that card either.
That would be valid. 1,000 spotlights. That's what spotlight episodes.
I still think it's doable.
Oh yeah, dude, it's doable. You're gonna get it done.
319.
We'll be here. What you putting
Now,
up
how
there,
am I
buddy?
4 behind? That don't make no sense. I was only 1 behind. I only had 3 days MIA.
2.
So
2 days.
No, 3.
What?
There was another day. There was two in a row.
Oh yeah.
There was
one,
another
two
night
random.
not so long ago.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they all stem from the same fucking related problem. Oddly enough, same thing. So,
What's your fucking your toilet? Your septic?
No.
No, that was the deer scratching their back on the septic tank cover.
I don't know. Yeah, I ain't going there. It was
okay.
You got to delete that from your
ongoing.
Delete that from your existence.
Yes.
That's impossible.
That's even what the kids say. It's even what the kids said.
See, kids are smarter than you think, man. I was the smartest when I was a teenager. And I'll be back there in a couple of years with more edibles.
You know, and that's, you know, to be honest with you, part of the argument is this. And fucking Lexus is like, Dad, don't you even fucking think about giving up that show and fucking what makes you happy. And I'm like, you know, you're right, honey. She's like, man, besides, I love hanging out every night. I know, fucking last 2 nights I've slept. It's been weird. Oh my God, you're crazy. I love you, girl. Yeah. So that's the skinny for the most part.
It's to do with something else in the cannabis industry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, nothing to do with the cannabis industry.
That was my
This
only
is where
question.
I'm happy. Yeah, this is where I'm happy. This is where I shine. Yeah, no worries there.
Shit, you think you've had some depressing news or something? I've had some depressing fucking news, dude.
What happened?
You know what I mean? Let's see if you can see that motherfucker. See that fucking total?
Yeah.
Oof. That's for fucking electrical.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting with the fucking
What's this at the
city
facility?
officials. Huh?
What's that for a
It's
facility?
just- yeah, it's for my fucking facility. Ain't that fucking big, dude?
Fuck.
I know.
40
Fucking me.
hell.
That's most people don't make that in a fucking year. Then they pay tax on that. Give me a fucking break. It's going to come in and be done in 2 weeks at that. Give me a fucking break. Anything that says
I lost
marijuana
the
on
tranny
it,
in my
double the
throat.
fucking charge, double the cost of it. It's ridiculous.
That's your main
So
source
I'm-
of everything, though. It's the power. That's what sucks about being a grower.
Yeah,
You probably got plugs like every fucking 4 foot, all that shit. That shit adds up quickly.
and you know,
Yeah, it
um,
sucks.
it's still outlandish. I mean, that's just outlandish.
It is, and that's the
I
current.
originally talked to this person. I'm sorry. I originally
Get a
talked to this
second quote.
person. Oh, I'm going to get more. That's ridiculous. This when I
Right.
originally talked to this guy, he said it was going to be about 10,000. That's me
I
doing a little
was
bit
just
of the
getting ready
work
to
and
tell you
stuff,
why.
and then
It's
so
the housing market. The price of materials is ballooned like a motherfucker. It's beyond stupid. And then you see the housing market right now being fucking inflated by a material market that isn't. It's unjust. It's, you know, right now a fucking 2x4 is like fucking $7. You can't build a house at $7. You can't. And again, if you estimated a job, you know, a year ago,
Mhm. Yep.
I went to you and I gave you a bid a year ago on building you a house, and now fucking a year later, your fucking studs have went up $5. What can you do? You know,
of
what can you
course that's
do? And that's
different.
basically what's went along with the industry here because of COVID. And I hate to, you know, fucking beat that drum. I don't even like to say the word because it usually throws up its flag. But that's what the limited availability right now because of it, things not being able to be shipped, you know, fucking has really sparked a price spike in a lot of shit. And it's sad because, you know, just it's just limited availability right now. So, and
Yeah.
again, I'm not justifying that bill in any means, but
Eagle, the
that's
one guy,
that's
the one guys I
That's
work with,
$22,000 in fucking labor.
when they give an estimate, they have it in the estimate. This price is only good for 3 months.
90
Yeah,
days.
I do the same
Because
thing with
yeah,
my estimates.
because dude, prices can double in like that time frame for certain shit. So they gotta protect themselves.
The bitch about it is like say next month or whatever, the shit could fall right out again, and that first bid could be good again in 2 months. You know what I mean? That's the bitch of it.
Southern VT growers, shit, don't tempt me, buddy. No doubt. I'm meeting with the city official Monday, and I'm gonna beg him to let me do this myself. you need to solve a problem here for me. I do not have enough money to complete this operation. Not with bills like that, can't do it. So either something's gonna break. I'm gonna bring it. I've got the electrical code books. I own them, and I've done electrical work for years, and I've done houses, pool permits, everything. But when you deal with commercial property, they don't want you fucking with it. So my views is, who gives a fuck who does it? If it's going to be inspected, it's going to be right, or it's not going to be passed. So, let me do it. Let me fucking make this happen. Either that, or let's take out the parking lot, and I'm not going to have no employees, so I don't need a damn parking lot then. I don't need handicap parking if I have no employees. Let me try to pull that number off. I don't need a handicap bathroom. I don't need to change doors in order to make handicap accessible. I got to do something, because something's got to give. What are you going to do to help me make this fucking happen? Otherwise, I'm either selling the building, or I'm thinking about, because there's an apartment above it, and I can live in the apartment and become a caregiver. And I just wanted, I can get a license for me and a license for my wife, and then maybe have 2 licenses in the house and in the building, and basically I'm looking at the building still. So my point is going to be to the.
So why don't you do that
city,
for a while with your own electrics? Do your own electrics. Do what you just said, and then later move on to the model you're looking at now, and then
because
it's already done.
Because I spent $18,000 with attorney and state fees. You know what I mean? I lose that. I got a little bit of time because of COVID, but I like to move to Oklahoma, like Denver. But it takes you 2 years before you can get up and running. Anyways, you're gonna have to live there for 2 years. And I think the market's gonna be flooded there. I don't think I don't advise nobody to take off and go do that. I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Based on that, this market's gonna be flooded. The price of weed's gonna be cheap, and not gonna make any money there anyway. I'm not trying to make money, but I just want to survive. And if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. If right now I understand this possible Safe Banking Act, Safe Banking, what is it? From the Safe Banking Act is, they're supposed to throw that in the COVID bill. That ridiculous shit. But if they throw that in the COVID bill and it gets passed, then I can actually get some banking. The banks will do business with me.
I bet you they'd love to lend you money. Yeah.
Then they can lend me a little bit of money. I still ain't gonna pay that fucking bill. They can kiss my ass on that. But I can start. I knew it was going to be higher than $10,000 when they told me. I wasn't stupid. But let's just go from there, dude. And that's just ridiculous. But let's see what I can do. Because if I go as a caregiver and I make the building my residence, because there's an apartment above it, somebody always lived there. They've always lived upstairs until I bought the building. And I'm going to say, I'm going to move upstairs. I'm going to have to give myself a caregiver's license. And so I'm still going weed in your I'm still going weed in your city. And now you don't get your $5,000 a year plus the tax money you ain't going to get. What do you want to do, people?
So, get a hold of Lost Leaf. That's my advice to you. Get a hold of Lost Leaf. He's a really good dude.
Lost Leaf pulled in investors and stuff. He pulled in investors. He got the money.
Well, no, yay, nay. It's a small group. It was him, his family. It was him, his buddy, and his family, his
buddy's
grandpa.
dad.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah, something like that.
Basically, he's one of us, and he did what you're doing, brother. He did a lot of it himself. And he basically went to the township and was like, same thing you're talking. Either you can fucking work with me and being a full-size grow and get the money out of me in tax dollars, or I'm going home to be a fucking caregiver of the same goddamn billing and you can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I
And
remember
they
you
ended
saying
up
that.
working with
Actually.
me.
And then what
But
happened?
Yeah, I
They
remember
ended up
you saying
working
that.
with him.
talk to them.
Yeah, well, the city's good with me, and they let me do a lot of things I didn't have. I wouldn't have. I don't want to say what they are, but the things that they would have supposed to make me do that we pushed back, and they've said okay. Um, so, but
Josh,
this is something. This is
Josh
something different.
Covert Law. He was a friend of the show. He'd probably give you some advice. 420. Cheers, guys.
I just need to. I know what the problem is I got so much money. But the thing about it is I got more money than 90%, 99% of the people is available to do. I mean, I've invested my whole life into this now. But still, it ain't enough money. That's ridiculous. For somebody to be able to take the amount of money that I'm putting into this and not be able to do it is ridiculous. I don't give a shit what the hell the story is. It's ridiculous. So, like I said, I'm gonna work with them. I'm gonna see what they can do for me. Hopefully, they say the right things. Hopefully, they say, "Yeah, do it yourself, man," and just have it inspected. And we'll make sure it's all right. Or, keep you in business, keep you going. Hopefully, they say the good things. I don't know. I'm kind of worried, but I would be interested in a partner. But it'd have to be a grower. It'd have to be someone that's going to fucking work. You know what I mean? That's someone not. I don't want an investor. Fuck that investor. I don't want nothing to do with them. And anyways, they want to give me. What do you say,
Cheers.
Green? Leaving?
420.
What's your
Cheers.
420.
Is it 420? Cheers. 420, everybody. Happy.
Cheers to you, Tao. Toughing it out another fucking half an hour, man. Fucking badass motherfucker.
Fucking blown out.
Appreciate it.
You were like, I'm going, and the Eagles were like, I'm staying. So I thought, I'll log on.
What's up, Fresno's? Party with the Fresno nerds. Party with the Fresno
Cheers,
nerds.
everybody.
I'm getting a shirt made. Just partying with the Fresno nerds.
Nice.
Yeah, hopefully I can work out something with the city. I'm hoping.
I hope so, mate. I hope
If
so.
not, like I said, there's always a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, I sell the building. And my wife keeps showing me how much money I can make on it. Well, I'm not into the money. I'm into moving to Michigan, living there, growing weed, being a happy life. That's it.
Sounds lovely.
Doesn't it?
Oh, man. That was tasty.
Yeah, I wanted to call you, Eagle, but I also don't want to pressure you. It's like, you want to take a day off? I mean, you don't need nobody calling you up and saying, "Why aren't you there?" You feeling like guilty and shit.
Sometimes I needed it. Sometimes you need it, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, I didn't know you needed it.
Twisted. I was twisted. Bro. I ain't gonna lie, I was twisted. I have the dirty habit of fucking blocking up. It ain't anxiety. I just tend to, when things get rough, I just tend to block everything and everybody out. I just fucking hold my breath. It's terrible, terrible habit. But
I get that way too, buddy. I've said it before. I won't come on here if I'm in a piss poor mood. It's just, that's not right to do that to other people. In the same token, you might have been in a piss poor mood, and you don't want to come on because you're in a piss poor mood.
That's
Put it
the
back in
way
It's
it
okay, dude. It's all good. We're gonna be here the next day or whatever. Anyways,
fucking
right?
DOA used to be
Right, the
like
American
that.
ones.
DOA used to be the leader in the how you doings. He would get fucking voicemails, DMs. There would be fucking. I've got messages on fucking both accounts. It's all same night. Bam, 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 bam. What's up, brother? You all right, man? Peace and love, man. Hope you all right.
Yeah, you had your stream the other day, and automatically another stream came up, and it was. And immediately I saw DOA in chat. Oh man, I hate that.
It's going to
It would be
happen.
kind of cool. You know,
This modern world.
I was looking through the sound bites today, and I was trying to put together and one of the celebrity from 100 to 200. Luckily, I found them on most of them 100. Believe it or not, are on my phone. They were ready to be put together before the computer went down, and so I'm still going to be able to put together that 100 to 200 soundbite thing. But then I seen DOA. His was in there. He was actually in there a couple of times in different clips with DOA in there. And then oddly enough, I go looking through my book, and guess whose birthday is the 14th? DOA. Valentine's Day. So I've kind of thought about trying to take the time and go back and maybe clip out some shit. You know what I mean? Maybe put together a little something on his birthday, a little couple minute cheers. And whatever.
No doubt.
Just remember.
No doubt.
I think I've certainly got enough footage. I think I got enough footage. I put together something.
Yeah,
He was
I always
always
loved it.
so
He'd get his
positive,
face all up in
dude.
there. Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, you cracked me up.
I like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That was one of my favorites. I think at one point we counted like 10 in the conversation. Just a simple back and forth. You know what I mean, man? You do.
Well, if you think how much love we have for DOA, how much love you think we got for you, Eagle?
Sweet. Appreciate that, man.
You understand?
I do.
We got your back, rude boy.
You guys, more than you know, man. You know, I've said that to a few people, you know, and I have my reasons for thanking everybody night after night, and yeah, it's got a lot to do with it. You guys are more therapeutic than you'll ever know. That's more than you'll ever know, the more I'll ever tell you. So
I think you are
shout
too.
out, thank you guys every night.
That's why we call this a community, family.
Right on. So you guys ready to start your day? You got to do these shout outs. Man,
Yeah,
I
I'm out
fucking
here.
I did.
Yeah.
I felt awkward yesterday not doing the shout outs, at least coming on and doing the shout outs. So I'm itching to do them.
There
You
you
don't
go.
have to. I know
I'm
you
out
want
here,
to, but you
Eagle.
don't have to.
Modern, Green 13. Good seeing y'all. Be
See
good.
ya. See you, American
Don't-
Ron.
Don't let the snow get you cold.
Shoo.
All right.
It's
Peace
coming.
out.
Peace.
Brother.
Oh, by the way, it's always fucking awesome fucking talking shit with Eagle, man.
Always.
Peace out, Eagle.
Peace, brother.
Peace. Peace, everybody. Peace, everybody in chat. Good talking to you, brother. I always appreciate
Have a
your
good day, brother.
input and help. Later.
Anytime. Don't be afraid to use that number, man. All right, it is time for the shout outs, guys. I greatly appreciate you guys more than you do know. So let's get these shout outs going. Let me clear my throat. The snow is coming down here in Michigan, man. Big time. It's stacking up. I'm afraid to look out there. I got to shovel all that shit. Got to shovel all that shit tonight. Not in the morning, not tonight. What do we got here? I'm just going to run with whatever. There's the beeper again. I think it's actually a plow truck. The neighbor bought a truck and has been going gung-ho down the road. For once, I said let him. All right, I don't know how long. I got about 10 windows open now. There we go. Man, I should have saved my Gatorade for the shout-outs. Coffee isn't good for the shout-outs. Never cleans the throat. Open up this chat that got fucking tiny for some reason. Oh, no wonder. There we go. We got, of course, top of the list tonight. Sub Cool. Remember you, brother. D's House of Dank, Mama Law 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bomb, Christina MG89, Unplugged 705, Medical McCuddy, Brick T, The Rebel, the 9207, Fabian Salinas, Dave's Not Here, Tom Spook, Greg Walker, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eyed Jedi Grows, Mother Nature, Justin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Gooder, Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Michael Wallace, Old Vision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes at 827, James Simmons, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pats 2420, Biomentor, Dirt Road Dude, Kenneth Shiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Ruffler, Dad Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710 Canuck, Ken Queen Genetics, Stabby Tanasi, Fumodor, Dirtman Dan, Keith the Black Sales, Mr. Bacillus, Zen Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Jeff's been a minute, guys. Missed you guys. You guys pretty fucking cool. EO Crew was last night. I unfortunately missed it, but I hope you did not. Soil Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC Modern Genetics was just here. Thank you, brother. SoCal Weed Nerd, John, Like Ass, PPJ 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Grows, T1 Productions, Dank Grower, DOA Grow Meds, Miss Brother, Miss Nudie Grows, Genevieve Eats Weed on YouTube. I grew some Johnny Candace missing in action tonight. Are you in chat, Johnny? Miss you, brother. Who else we got here? Nutrient Shootout, Snotty Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's, Observation Boats, Clover 420, I Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Moon, Mo Grower, The Kind of Crates, Loki Grows, Cats, This Guy 79, Burton, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grown, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Laid Way Back Farmer, T-Block, MMP Nations Creations, Amber Lilana, Psychedelic Warlock, The Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Dave 420, Brent Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Manawani, G3, The Green Click, J and K Triple G, Mr. Sprinkley, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, B2 Crazy 4U, BG, 420, Dr. Buds, Art, the Purple Thumb OG. Hopefully you are well, my friend. Hopefully things are turning up for you. Arthro, Centimiglia, and Arthro, Just Face 420, Peace Coast Grower 420, Sir How, Trey Valone, Keep It Real, Egerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BTWE Grows, Bingus, Green Puffin Man, Alex Point Chef, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Reels 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Me All Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Nude Sailbot Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane Smith Garden, Streamer 77, Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 664, Spaniard Kruger, Joe to the Grove, Pop G Grows, Raz Amy, Joe Grows, Cass, the Grow From Your Heart podcast, Lily Luna, the Green Bed Fly, Jeremiah Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG, Mr. Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Iso, P. Wynn, David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy McScroggerton the fourth, The Goddess Grows, Kay Lee, Chad and Brad, Family Farms, Paulie P. Bjork, Eric Ferguson, Kevin Jodry, Mike Anto, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hugger, Kush Clouds, Joshua Steensland, Oak Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine, Missing, Show Love, Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Sir How. Thank you for your checkup, brother. You're another one that did check up on me. Thank you very much. Chuck Norris, Sarge S. Claire Fresno, Happy Guy, 311 Mix Up, Kinder Grows, Evergreen, Geez, friends. Tree MMJ, Matt S. Save Ball, Dream, Dragonfly B, Justin Meds, Travis Wells again on our Lucky Mike, Eric Ferguson, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Caronic, Titan Seeds, that's Blessed Coast Seeds, of course. Django Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tricos was here tonight. Boca King, Reds, Pop Little Slow Roll, Spiky Pilots, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelbird, Indo 11, Stephanie B, Shark Pulley 989, Von Braun, Sovereign Garden, Sonar Nations 420, Tommy Tricoms, Joe Y, Bugs 1313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Boob, Jay Myers, Jamid, the chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagseed, Dr. DGC, Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skill Bowl 1, Med Grower 1, Empire Greeting Co. That was his work behind me you seen tonight. For Growly, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Ollie Noble, CK, Tom Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking With, Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Rafter Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Jorah Michigan Core, Double Tap, Mr. Green Thumb 420, 808 Rooting Prospects in chat. Cheers, brother. Ken, a bus driver, Hating Life, Kenny 710, Operation Growth, T-Man, Rude Nut 619, the Hammered Emails. Thank you very much, brothers. Dr. Scrambles, VB, Moonrocks, GHF, Double J's, Bio Green, Stealth Grower 56, Hanky Stanky 420, OG, KP, Ganja Nana, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Bee Growing, Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Bee Grows, Ganja Wizard, Husky Guards, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Good, Soil Life 420, Bully 4 Life 420, the Jeff Pro 420, Beavis 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, Goddamn I'm Big Ted's Test, the Riffin' Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock 420, 420, Boom Farms, Charlie Farms, Aldrich 25, Small and Smiley's Gardens, JD's and Miss D's Nuts, Smoking Grove Frazier, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farmer 420, Jeff Dorowski, Genetic Memory Farms and Ball 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, TW, Ginger Snaps, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420. Thank you, Ned, for checking up on me as well. Cannon Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Bugsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Tankman 420, Dankman Dan, Red Center Farms, Good Luck, Joni Bell, Cheetah B, Miss Hayden Grower, the Major General 420 Army. The American one popped in tonight. Thank you, brother. W. Digger 714, Shirates, Kineo Genetics, Mountain Skies, ready to hit that hot fire. Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Life, Hepafade Can, Finger Lakes Finest, Ridge Pass, Dozer Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jer Bear, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little Pentent, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian Emo, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul, Homegrown, Mike B, T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross Kaya, Paul, Lemon Hoko, Trench Dimmer, Trench, that's just Trench, Rudius, Juicy Life, Richard 420 Manual, Grandpa, fuck that one up. Richard 420 Grant Manual. Mary Bennett, Sammy Sizzle 81, 9 Inch Colas, Chris Mo, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, The Kind Brew, Canadian Canada Nation, J Wire, Indoor, Dan the Indoor Man, Grow Me, Homies, J.R. Hamilton Grows, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Canna Flag, PA, Big High 710, Eugene Greenleaf, Ace Drew Hustle, Fred Carlos, North Arizona Beer Grove 420, No Sellout, Jesse White, Castagna, The Introvert, Genetics, Soso J, Vixen Robin, Killer 8 Mo, Camwood again. Man, I need to refine this list. James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, the Pharmacy Seed Bank, Dreadhead, that I believe that is, Smokey 616, Curtis Mahan, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dore, Antenna Seeds, Vicarious K, Mike Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moon, Papaco 719, Bake with Shake Baby, Old Smoke, PWC Grown Buds, Laura Wallace, Mr. Weed Blunt 713, Old School Grower, Chad Port. Hopefully, you got a sense of humor about that, Mr. Weed. Chad, Westport, Honcho Grown, Florida Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Punch It South Seas, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, Gone God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Pimp Dan McBody Face, Show Me Scratchshots, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Whale, Canadian Resort, Porter, the Farmer, Carl Wright, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farms, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Hell, 9782, Skunk Parents, Martial Artist 2012, Daniel McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Greenfingers, Motherfucking Thomas, Rancho Costa Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chaplin, Bobby Lynn Means, Trent Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Like Baloney, Bill S., Mr. Reed Peace, Tony Tater Delicious, 2,000 years. Oh, that's just minty. It's not just minty, it's minty. Mr. Minty TVNU, Country Roots, here on Fire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Gray 420, Teeny Weeny 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Bearded B-Man, Fire 616, Null Up, Max Screw and Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Neo, Justin Beans, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kinmas 03, Turf Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos Latinos, Gator Country, Mr. Sweets, Mr. Speed, We'll See Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Rasta Bob, White Feather Grows. Hopefully you're doing well, brother. It's been a minute since we've seen you. Burnet's Rooms, Tone Grows Tank, K-Man Grows, PX Gunner, Smith Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, Jay Muntz, Think Agenda, Wawa Can Grow, Ball Dog, Huron Cannabis Council, Lewis Paris, Rock Fam, Justice Mick, 420, Ben Fresh Grow, Thriving Earth, High Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Growing, Australian Grows, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smart Poker, Frozen Frozen Caveman, Wise Highest Surfcraft, Micro, Groon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Tank Brownies, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Garden, or Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bags, Shotgun Willie, Dink, Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sherbrode Grows, Clackamas Cooped, DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, Light 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, your boy Roy Boy. Shout out, brother. Delta 9, Jay McDaniels, Clackamas 420, Stinky Colas, Dylan Seinford, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707. Been a minute, brother. Hope you're well. 7J8 Dro, J420, Cascadian Grove. Tito's McGee, Four Plants A, Weedworks, Captain Scrog, Skunk Buds, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, Gasser Tempe, Annie Ann, D Urge, Green Jr., Leon from All Purpose Plus will hopefully join us soon. Green Goose, I'd love to do an episode with you. 11 Smiles 11, Bindu Buns, Michael Rosso Rose, Wob Woppy, Sean Bins, Rescue Ready, Roadside LLC, Notorious Nug, Magma Seeds, Father and Son Trimming Tutorials, Dub T Dank, Jose Martin Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Chiba Man, GR420 Community Videos. That's GMO if you did not know. Detroit River Red, Luis Garcia, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Audit Everywhere, Cheddar Bob 13, Maine 420 Med Grower, Cookies Coop, Jay Kendricks, In for the Grill. Backwoods, all good. This is a funny one. It's a good one, though. Sally Manson, Adam, Chanel, Simpson, Ganja Roads, Kazoo, Aaron Burning Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln Stinkin, Angel Studios, MJ, the 420 Grow Tent, Paula Diella, John Fleming, Dankovich, Chemo, Sky, Fibro Flower, sorry about that. Poly P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organics, Sunman, Chiba Sony, Jeff Papalik. Oh, let me see. We good. Yeah. Papalai, or Lilac. Papalai. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Much respect, though. Richard, Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, fuck all that B, Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Just Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stoner Baker MD, or Stony Baker MD, Stony Creek Russ Zone, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan Superman, Old Man Hermit Ass, Freebird Mo Grower, Manigar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Gulf Coast Chronic, Stink Fat, Caballero, Harley, Grower, Jen God, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Lost Island, Hayes, Scuba Steve Speaks, J.R. Ream, Randy K, TCDR, Claire Killian, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Pete Piff 1000, Ace Bog 3223. Wake up, Captain Freedom B, Puffer Smiles 15 digits, Michigan Ganja Mook, Kush, Hash. That's Hash, not Kush. What's up, Hash? Fred G, Super Bob, Groski 808, Weekend at Bernie's, K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style Organics, Lippy, or Zippy, Pinheado, High Medic 31, Honesty, Kyle, yeah, that's it. Mia Hall Flower, Brent Boggs, Kendricks, Newton, KNT, Chris D, True Seer, Bo Times, Bo, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul, Grown, Kevin, Jujitsu, hopefully I said that right, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Celeb, Low Cut, Albert, Fred Tremblay, Mo, Maine, Med, Rez, Banshee, Helen, fuck Helen. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Huge Anus, James T. Who we got? Atomic Spoon. Who else we got here? Miss Jill, Big Daddy. Last but never least, Mr. Weedus 207. You guys know the deal. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry I have been MIA, but you have been in my thoughts, that's for sure. Hopefully I've been in yours. Please join me tonight where my guest will be Scott, returning guest, Scott from My Herbs Now. Tell us what has been going on with My Herbs Now. And can we get one now? It's going to be a pretty good story. Please tune in. He's a great guy. It's a great machine. I ain't got no problem letting Scott tell his story. Please tune in, though. It'll be a good night, followed by another wormhole. Hopefully, Mr. Smiley will be able to join us. Everybody's got shit to do. Don't be giving Smiley a hard time. We miss him though, straight up. Red Eye Rustler, cheers to you, my friend. Yo, you guys know the deal. If this is the end of your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, like fucking Green 13, fucking Spiky Pilots, Me All Flower, so many of you other guys, have an amazing day. Krypton OG, you deserve one. There's some modern genetics. The rest of you guys, please have a great Friday. Start to hopefully kick ass weekend. I'll see you tonight, 11:30. Scott, my herbs now. Sir How, much respect to you, brother. Much respect to you. 11:30, same time, same place. Love you guys. Have a great